thinking another problem with bluefin is that it's deceptively large. It looks smaller than it actually is. Because there's so much space that really can only easily be accessed by the team whose side it is.
Right.
Like that last bit that you have to get to by bridge only.
Okay, I still have to finish eating, but for all intents and purposes, we're going live.
Alright.
Although it'll pretty much just be regular chatter until the inevitable moment when Lynn is the first one to walk in, and then we'll...
Right? Yeah. Let's jump over there. Well, let's not make this easy. Don't group up like that, guys. Wow! I got all three of my guys at once.
Wow, this queue's taking a while.
Is it?
There we go.
Fuck!
Do I care to keep my win-loss record again? I don't know if you've been keeping track of yours. I imagine not.
I did for like the first 5 games. Then I stopped.
How are the matches going so far? And I guess on that note, what team are you on?
I'm on science. And the matches so far are going pretty much... Art is being very... messy in their painting? Like, a lot of art teams are not painting everything. A lot of art teams are making stuff very sloppy, not covering a lot of their own ink, not covering a lot of their own zone, you know? They're missing big gaps, usually. This one did alright in terms of that, but, like, there's been so many that have just not been painting their own turf.
Hey, look, Lynn's here.
Hey, what a surprise.
Called it.
Yeah.
And if I had to guess, she is also on Team Art, so...
I'd guess.
You are standing alone for now.
Completely wrong. Right, right.
Pretty sure everyone I know is probably on Art.
Probably.
That would be playing, that is.
Well, yeah, everybody aside from myself. Yes. Halfway through Defender. Hey, I reached so hot.
Try and get Dusty in here. I'm gonna be totally on autopilot for any match on Bluefin Depot. Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really not a fan of this map.
Yeah, the new bridge, man, the Hammerhead Bridge is pretty good. I like it.
Looks like Tingle joins you on Team Science though.
Tingle. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
as I said when we first started, I'm still eating, so if these first few matches might be pretty uneventful.
Right. And I've already got a big head start on you.
I got busy tonight and didn't. We had 2 disconnects. Fantastic. No wonder we got crushed like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I got busy tonight and I'm only just picking up. I was gonna finish eating first, but I didn't want to put off streaming even further because then it probably would have been like 1:30 by the time we started.
It's already an hour late. A little more, yeah. No. You're not coming up that ramp.
I guess what does it matter? We're not going to get most of our viewers until 7 a.m. anyway, so.
I'm not going until 7 a.m., but yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we won't have to. Wow, these cues.
Good thing he jumped off, though. What's that?
I said, wow, these cues.
Oh, are you having tough queues?
Yeah, it's kind of taking a bit to get into matches. God, how many rollers do we have?
Well, that's what happens when you join the art team.
I guess.
I believe Art just beat me that time, though.
Got some pretty nice color picks for this Splatfest, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's good. Ugh. Yeah, they beat me that time.
Well, you said the art teams you're going against are pretty sloppy, but like I took that to mean that you're winning a lot.
It's been more wins than losses, yes, but it hasn't been as much as last time with the Decepticons.
How are how are Lynn and Tingle doing on their or when it comes to your win-loss ratio so far? I'm trying to look between chat and play, and that never goes well.
Right. Urchin Underpass, finally. I've seen like 2 Urchin Underpasses so far.
That's where I am right now. Oh, okay. Lynn said she changed her name, and she typoed what she changed it to, so I wasn't getting the reference until I actually took a moment to stop and think about it.
Oh.
She changed her name to Go's Ear.
Huh.
But she misspelled it with a P in place of the O, so I thought it was supposed to be an abbreviation of something, and I was like, I don't get the joke. I had I had to actually look at it to be like, oh, okay, I get you.
Right, no, yeah, with that with that typo, that's pretty off, yeah.
Alright, I think we won that one. Alright, so One for one right now. 1-1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Good start. Good start.
Not a terrible start. Oh boy.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to bother putting my record.
Yeah.
On the stream this time.
Yeah. Perhaps not. I mean, last time it was good for just a general investigation, yeah. But I don't think we need to keep track of it at all. Goddamn. Screw you, roller.
So yeah, for anyone that tuned in last Friday.
Last Friday? Last Friday.
Actually, was that even Friday we did that? I don't know. We're pretty much done with our World of Warcraft spree at this point.
That's right. Yeah, that was Friday. Yeah, World of Warcraft was Friday. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And now,
with it by
now we're a little behind on a few other things that need to be done. So
well, we're done with it, but we didn't get to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was following it that closely, but
yeah.
So I
Turns
think
out we could only go to level 90.
I think tomorrow we're gonna start recording Plague of Shadows. I'd say tonight, but by the time we finish this, we're probably not gonna be very into it.
No, yeah. Yeah.
And if we do anything after this tonight, it's probably gonna be Heroes of the Storm, but even that's probably gonna be pushing it, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're even gonna make it through the whole Splatfest. You might have to finish it tomorrow.
I mean, I'm already halfway through Defender. I'll probably go all the way tonight, but that's assuming. I'm thinking like 2 hours from now.
It's assuming that
like,
the matches stay good.
If we'd gotten started on time, then it would have been like 4 hours.
Oh, you still started playing.
I still started playing, yeah. So that's... Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of going till 3 or 4 tonight. Something like that.
It's about on par with what I'd like to do, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. But,
well, you could... I would say you could keep going, but that might be... for you.
I'm trying to hold off on playing Plague of Shadows until we actually record it.
Right, no, I meant keep going as in...
I'm playing this? Probably not.
Splatfest and or streaming. Well, streaming Splatfest probably would be the... Guess it wouldn't be an and or, it'd be an and.
It depends on how far along I am when you are done, maybe.
Right.
When you're done, I might just stop. I don't know. Like, I'll probably keep going, but I don't know if I'll keep streaming at that point.
Right.
Honestly, what I should probably do is, as soon as you finish, if you actually feel like doing Heroes, we'll do that, and then I can get back to Splatoon after that. But I'm not expecting you to be into that, so...
Nah. I was thinking of doing it before, but we...
Yeah, I got too caught up and stuff.
Yeah.
I blew my friend's mind with a solo clear of Blackwing Lair.
Not that it's difficult now.
Well, Razor Gore is still tricky. Like, that was the thing. He was like, how the hell are you gonna beat Razor... How are you gonna do Razor Gore? And I was like, no, I can do it. I can do it.
I did Blackwing Lair a second time myself, and still had no problem with Razorgore. So, Razorgore is not tough. I mean, I guess the concept of Razorgore seems tough at first, but
well,
as solo,
he thought that it was going to be too hard to keep the ads off of him, and that they were just going to kill him really fast.
Nah.
Which that was my problem. Like the first time I did it,
Yeah.
was they all got on him, and I couldn't shake them.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's only because of the way that you did it, I guess, right?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
Could not do the Twin Emperors on my Death Knight.
Really?
Well, they are like completely immune to my disease, like both of them. So that was a problem. My Death Knight's also only 82, so
well, yeah, that's
the
also
fact
a
that
problem.
that she took Blackwing Lair as easily as my Druid was kind of impressive. I was expecting to have a little bit of trouble.
Fair enough, I guess. Yeah.
She was also tank specs, so can probably afford to go DPS for soloing stuff now. Probably don't have to be tank spec.
Yeah, you could probably
For that stuff,
go
anyway.
DPS.
Lynn is currently 7-2 and has gone against 2 art teams. I am fighting back a sneeze and losing. Hold on. Oh, come on. Just on with it. I have a match starting. Damn it.
Nope. Nope.
I'm playing with squinted eyes because it's like so on the verge. Oh.
Although her 7-2 doesn't include the art teams she went against. I think she doesn't include those.
I think she said that's how she does it, yeah.
Yeah. So she's had 11 games so far, which is, I want to say somewhere around what I've had.
And then Tingle asks if we'll be doing Mario Maker videos, but no.
Neither one of us is buying Mario Maker.
Yeah, I don't really have much interest in buying it right now.
Yeah. And you're the only one with an Elgato, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, not really.
I like that they did it, and I think they put together an impressive package. But
it's
I'm not a big fan of 2D Mario games, so I don't think I'd be able to get the most out of it.
2D either.
I do think I would enjoy making stages. I just wouldn't enjoy playing them.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna drop $60 on something like that just to
$60 on Mario Maker is tough.
Yeah, just to play around with making stages. It's like, no, I don't think I can.
It's one of those. Wow, they're getting away charging $60 for this kind of.
Yeah, we're so steadfast right now in saying that paying $50 for a World of Warcraft expansion is way too much, and I find 60 for Mario Maker to be way too much as well.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
If you were really, really, really into 2D Mario games, then it might not be.
Right,
but
right.
I'm not, so.
Oh, swam right past your ink strike. And gotcha. Yeah, I'm not super into the 2D Marios myself, and so it's like, whatever, really.
I'll get Yoshi though.
Yeah, I'll probably end up getting Yoshi.
And
which
Star Fox
is also questionable because they're selling Yoshi for $50, and
yeah, how do you sell a full like real game
for 50?
And it's like that sounds so backwards to me. I feel like Mario Maker's the one that should have been 50.
Yeah, I feel like Mario Maker should have been either 50.
And then Star Fox got delayed, so.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, got delayed to 2016.
Ah, gosh. Wow, that's actually a big delay, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
well, maybe not. It depends on when in 2016.
I guess, yeah. I mean, wasn't it being expected to be... It was holiday, wasn't it?
It was November, yeah.
It was the holiday release, yeah.
So if it's just like January or February, like if it... I expect it'll be like early February, just shot in the dark.
Yeah, I could see that. Did they even have anything that they can push up to replace it in the release schedule?
Yeah, their release schedule is really...
Ooh.
Like, I was all...
So they don't even have a November release?
I was very supportive of... Like, oh, you know, the Wii U isn't completely dead. Like, Nintendo's still... Like, they still have games coming out. They really don't.
Yeah.
They're kind of losing me, and I'm quite a dedicated fan, so...
Yeah.
Like, at this point, I do kind of just feel like we're just waiting for NX.
Yeah, we are, really. I mean, the Wii U is still perfectly good, and I mean, it's still got plenty of great shit on it, but, you know, I think it's just time to wait for NX, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure it's coming.
I mean, at this point, it's, Yoshi, Star Fox, Zelda, but Zelda's probably not going to be for a full year, if I had to guess.
I could see Zelda in 9 months, summer release, with
Maybe.
NX.
Lost connection to team.
Because it's still very possible that NX is going to be a summer release.
We have Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I don't give a shit, so...
Isn't that already out? Or
I don't think that's out
It's been
yet.
out in Japan, but I guess it's not out here yet.
I think it's December release.
Yeah.
I personally do not care about that one. Like, I hope it's good. I hope that the people who are looking forward to it, I hope they're not disappointed.
Sure.
We do have that free-to-play coming from Namco, which
was
might...
Planet Treasure. I don't know what I know.
I forget what they call it. Lost Reavers or something.
Something like that.
Like, I'm looking forward to that. That'll probably be fun to play.
Might be.
It'll be fun to stream, I think. Hopefully.
Could be. Yeah, I'll probably get Yoshi at some point. I don't know if I'll be getting Yoshi right away.
I mean, the system still has Mario Kart and Splatoon and Smash, so it's...
Well, yeah, stuff that's already out, yeah.
Problem is you have to keep the content flowing. And they kept promising us that they had the content flowing, and...
Whoa! You guys... You bitch. Yeah, they did say that, the content was coming, and it's like, yeah, somewhat it has been, but it's been at a very slow pace. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's kind of too slow of a pace when you don't...
Yeah, I think the beginning of the year they kept saying, like, oh, we still have a lot of great content coming to the Wii U, but now, like, I find myself questioning, like, what?
Right. The problem comes down to it being like, well, like there's the thing, like the actual release, like the actual amount of titles that they're putting out is not even like, it's not even a small amount. I mean, it is a lot.
I think we've had this conversation before. It
is a lot. It's just not a lot when you have no third parties really putting.
A lot of them are very niche titles too.
So, yeah, it's niche titles as well, but I mean, my point is, like, look at what they're putting out compared to, like, what Square Enix is putting out, for example. Like, for development, It's like, they're certainly developing way more games.
Is it me, or is spawn camping on Bluefin Depot even more common than on Port Mackerel?
It's just you.
I think every single match I've had on Bluefin so far has involved the other team coming up and spawn camping us.
That's just you. Oh, 2 rollers at once got taken out.
How did I not get him?
I don't know.
My reticle changed to the symbol of when someone is in your sights. And I'm pretty sure I didn't hit him once.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Damn it.
Okay. Ooh.
Like, I hate to get negative so freaking early, but Bluefin's really kind of killing this Splatfest for me already.
Yeah, Bluefin does kind of suck, of course. But no. My point is that Nintendo is putting out titles, and they are developing titles at a much quicker, quicker rate than many other development studios are.
Yeah, that's
true. The problem is that the system itself just doesn't have the support from many other developers, so therefore it's like, okay, so what's actually coming for this system? It's like, not much.
Who the hell just
That's the problem. Which, I mean, on the other hand, it looks like NX... What?
Someone's texting the hell out of me, which is unusual.
On the other hand, it looks like NX is so far doing well with the third parties.
Yeah, what we keep hearing is that they're shopping it around to third parties already, and it's being well received.
Yeah. Stop painting the walls, dude. That doesn't do shit.
I forgot about Pokken Tournament, honestly. Yeah, it's good that that's coming to Wii U. I don't know if I'll look into it. I mean, I haven't been looking into it that much.
Niche titles, right?
What?
I said talk about niche titles, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, I haven't been following it that closely because I imagine the chance of it coming to Wii U was slim to none. So it's easy for me to forget about.
Yeah. In the first place, yeah, it was really low chances to even come. Okay, it was both low chances to come and low chances for it to even come to North America.
Mm-hmm.
If it did. I think the next major release that I'm actually picking up is probably going to be Fatal Frame. And even then, it's digital only, which is really annoying. Which is like, yeah, they have that coming. Which
I forgot about that too.
The same time frame as some other stuff, but yeah, it's like I'll probably grab that before I grab Yoshi, likely. Fuck.
We should have a big Hyrule Warriors content patch coming at some point, too.
Should we?
Problem with that is I don't know the likelihood of streaming or even recording that.
Yeah.
It depends on if they grace us with an online mode, which I'm not really expecting them to.
Is that confirmed that we're actually getting a patch for that on Wii U?
I don't think it's confirmed how it's going to work. It's just speculated so far.
Oh. Well, no, I mean, I know that if you buy the 3DS version that you get the stuff on Wii U, but I mean, I meant, was there another...
Right.
I mean, yeah, like, we should expect that.
I think it's just assumed that you have to get the 3DS version, but I'm the type of guy that says I don't trust anything until Nintendo gives it in clear English.
Yeah.
Right now, it just seems to be assumptions that you're gonna have to get it, but it's like...
Based upon the Japanese.
Until Nintendo says that that's the only way to get it, I don't believe that that's the only way to get it. And that's not really being... That's not really being in denial. It's just the fact that...
Yeah.
You know, these like, they only tell you what they're ready to tell you, so we have no idea.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's certainly true. I mean, I kind of hope there's another way, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's not. You know? Like, honestly.
For me, that's going to be make or break two different, like, by two different things. Like, if we have to get the 3DS version, that's fine, unless you can't carry your save file over. Then forget that. So you better either be able to get it on Wii U without buying the 3DS version, or your save file needs to carry over.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing all that crap again.
Yes.
I'd rather pick up where I left off, but with more content.
Right.
I don't expect that.
And then I wonder, the limitation of you can transfer over from the 3DS version, simply because of the fact of what's stopping people from buying the 3DS version, doing the transfer to get the characters, and then just getting rid of the 3DS version.
Yeah, returning it.
It's like, I mean, like...
I want to say the obvious way to do it is just make it that you can buy the content without the 3DS version.
That would be the smart way to do it. Because, yeah, like, what would...
Otherwise, it's going to feel like we're buying a $40 expansion for a different platform.
At way less value than the original DLC that it came with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't really have interest in playing it on 3DS. I'm fine with just playing it on Wii U.
Yeah. Basically. The major thing that the 3DS release has me liking, at least, is the being able to switch between characters during the game. But even then, I could deal without that, honestly. You know, I could still... I still have fun without that.
Right.
You know? It's like, that's nice, and it's something that it's like, ooh, that could be, you know... That could potentially be, you know, really enjoyable. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I mean, come on.
Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival Game of the Year. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I mean, it is a free-to-play. At least. Thankfully.
Which can't be said for the home designer.
Yeah. But no, I mean, if it's something where you can just get the three, like that, like it sucks saying it, but it's like if it's something where you can just get the three, where, you know, you can't buy it, but you have to get the 3DS version. It's like, and there's nothing preventing you from, say, just grabbing the 3DS version, doing it, and then being like, okay,
or using a friend's copy, or
using a friend's copy, yeah. So, like, if there's nothing like that stopping, then it's like, okay, I'll just do that, and then be like, okay. And then just return it or whatever, you know? Because it's like, that's kind of bullshit.
See, what bothers me is, for the most part, it sounds like the assumption...
Like, I'd rather buy it on Wii U than do that.
It sounds like the assumption is coming from the fact that they showed an image that showed, like...
That you can
that showed King Hyrule and Tetra with, like, an arrow going from them to the Wii U version, and people are like, oh, that's the only way you can get it. It's like, not necessarily, because...
That's been shown, and they've mentioned it, too. I'm pretty sure that they've mentioned it, but I don't think that they've said that's the only way, no.
My problem is that the arrow there could just mean that they're also being put into the Wii U version.
No,
there might not be anything to do with the 3DS version.
No, I'm pretty sure that arrow is, you know, hey, you're able to take, you know, from 3DS to the other, but I'm not convinced that it's the only method of doing it just yet. You know, that's where I'm not convinced on. Because that's what people are saying of it. And, because I believe during stuff Nintendo said about it, that they've...
I haven't been following the Tokyo Game Show stuff, so...
That they mentioned the fact that you can take that, you know, you can, you know, by getting the 3DS version, you get, you know, Tetra, King of Hyrule, and... Oh, God damn it, I pressed yes again, I didn't want to press yes again. God damn it, this team has been losing.
The bad thing about playing autopilot on this game is I tend to do that, because I don't pay attention to what's happening.
Yeah, so for those characters, and I assume Toon Link as well, that you're able to do that, and it's like, I'm pretty sure that they've said that you can do that, but I don't think they've said that's going to be the only way. And I'm pretty sure that is what that arrow means, from the look of it. But, it's like, yeah, I would just rather buy... Like, that's the thing, I would rather buy it directly in the Wii U version than buy the 3DS version and then just resell the 3DS version. Yeah.
See, I'm okay with getting the 3DS version as long as you can pass your save back and forth.
I don't even have much. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's some interest in that if you can do that. Yeah.
Like, I'd be okay with that. At that point, I wouldn't feel like I'm wasting my money buying the 3DS version because, if you can pass your save back and forth effortlessly enough that you can pretty much seamlessly play between the two versions.
Right. Which isn't something. Which, I mean, is something that has been done before already in Wii U games. Monster Hunter 3 had that. So, I mean, it's not something that they can't do.
Could you actually transfer your saves back and forth? I can't remember.
Pretty sure.
Or was it just that they could play with one another?
Pretty sure you could transfer it back and forth.
Oh, I had that guy dead to rights.
Gotcha.
And when are we getting Monster Hunter X, huh? Please.
Assuming we are.
Like, take my money. Do it.
Okay, I need to look into getting the Amiibo version of Chibi Robo at some time too, but I'm pretty sure that's all currently sold out.
I guess we can point that out really quick to Lynn because she probably hasn't seen it, but in Monster Hunter X they revealed that you can play as the cats.
Oh, right. You mentioned that to me. As felines, yeah.
Which is like, I remember specifically when we were playing 4 a lot, that one of the things I said that was like severely missing from the game is multiple races.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this team's losing way too fucking much. This is like the 3rd loss in a row from this team.
Seriously? That was my first win in like 5 matches and you disconnect me?
No, you guys are sucking now. I don't know what the fuck happened to you guys. You went from doing well to just totally sucking. Was that one other fucking person in our team who left? The only fucking person besides myself who was actually doing well in this game? Were we carrying you guys that hard?
Speaking of which...
It's like, gosh.
Amazon has Chibi Robo with the Amiibo up for pre-order right now.
I can't do it right now.
I was gonna say, I don't think there's anything you can do about it right at the moment, but...
No. But it's nice to know that there's at least some place available right with it recently.
I don't think it'll be that hard to find.
I hope not. Like, it's like, come on, you know? But, who knows?
Oh my god, these queue times. Thank you.
Oh boy. Well, I did hit champion. What was that?
Ooh, nice. Jake Kaufman put up the soundtrack for Plague of Shadows already. Neat. I love that they just make that stuff available on Bandcamp, and it's like, yeah, just enjoy it. I believe I mentioned already, I'm trying my best to not play Plague of Shadows until we can sit down and record it.
Yeah. I've not touched it yet, so... yeah.
And I know we talked at one point about potentially streaming it instead if you were wanting to play it yourself, because I didn't know if you wanted to avoid watching me play it so that you can experience it for yourself or anything. I think you said you're okay with recording it anyway.
Yeah, I think I'm fine.
So I don't think we're gonna stream that. I think we're just gonna record it.
Yeah, I think just recording it is fine. Because, yeah. I mean, there's, like, it's like some stuff is going to be different, but for the most part it's going to be, you know, for the most part it's going to be same stuff we saw in Shovel Knight, just new mechanics and some stage changes, you know?
I'm under the impression it's a bigger change than we think, but I guess we'll see.
I don't know about a bigger, well, I don't know, I mean, it's stage change, I know that it's completely new mechanics for the new character, clearly. There's a new storyline.
Ah, damn it.
And I believe the storyline is after Shovel Knight as well. And they had to make changes to stages. Well, a lot of changes to stages to work with the new mechanics that they came up with for this character. I do know that. And of course, considering it's a new story, like, I assume that it's not going to be in the same order that you tackle the stuff. But
yeah, who
it
knows?
might be.
Then I was thinking about recording the Mighty Number 9 trial too, but then that got delayed. Good work, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what they're doing anymore.
No, I don't have a clue.
Like, are they even still operable as a company? Like, you can't even, like... I mean, it's like you said when you told me about it last night.
They did.
Like, they put out the trial to apologize for the delay, and then the freaking apology got delayed. It's like, like, what? Now what happened?
Yeah.
I'd be kind of curious to hear what they have to say about it.
I mean, well, I mean, there's the Kickstarter. I mean, the update email they sent out. That's what I saw.
I haven't checked that email in a while.
That's what I saw that made me mention it to you.
I feel bad that I'm still kind of eating slowly as playing, but...
Still?
This freaking crab dip is getting stuck between my teeth and stuff, and it's driving me crazy, so I'm not eating very quickly.
I'm like, damn, it's been like an hour.
Also trying to not do it while actually in a match, because...
Well, that's pretty tough in this game.
I don't know, these queue times are taking a while.
Are they? I do need to download that, I guess, at some point on my 3DS just to make sure that I have it.
Walmart had the Yarn Yoshis up for pre-order too, but those are sold out already.
Yeah, that I'm not surprised about. Oh, I do wonder if the physical copy of Shovel Knight is going to ship with Plague of Shadows. I wouldn't see why not. But, you know...
I don't know. Maybe that's why they delayed it.
Maybe. Because that's... Well, the physical copy got delayed till November.
I mean, it's as simple as just connecting to the internet and downloading the update
it's as simple
anyway,
as
so it's kind of
connecting to the
whatever.
internet. Yeah, I mean, yes, it is. It's not like it's that difficult.
I'm the kind of guy that doesn't consider that to be that big of a deal.
No, it's not that big of a deal, no.
Especially since even if it did come with it, you're probably still going to have to connect to the internet and download an update, so...
Probably, yeah.
It's just the way games are now, guys. Like, I think a lot of people are just getting used to that.
Yeah, no, that's certainly true. Well, even more so with...
We must be fighting an art team because we're different colors.
Yeah. People are even more so getting used to that because of the fact of how the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 work, where they gotta download a huge fucking thing every time they play anyways.
Yeah.
You know?
I really don't enjoy this map.
Yeah, you're on Bluefin.
I've only seen the new one once, and it seemed okay from what I've seen from that one peak.
Yeah,
reminded me of
I liked it.
Reminded me of Mall a little bit.
I could see that. Yeah, sure.
Except with the hill in the middle, you kind of had to... Except for, instead of the hill around all this water, you have, like, grading bridges through the middle.
Right.
With an area below it.
Yeah, I like how it's set up, so far at least.
Nah. I have to get better
Damn
at
it.
dropping seekers on people. Bam! It's alright.
I'm really losing a lot, and it's not making me want to continue for very long. Said all of a sudden I'm losing a lot, and it's not making me want to continue very long. Like, I've just lost like 6 games in a row.
Like, I saw that they announced another Splatfest, and I was like, you know, cool. I could go for some Splatoon. It's been a while since I've played. There's been a few weapons and stuff, so that could be pretty cool to check out. Although I'm just autopiloting at the moment with the 52 gal. Maybe I should change that up. Maybe it'll be a little bit more entertaining. Yeah, but now that I'm here, I'm not really feeling it. I'm kind of, yeah, it's a lot of Bluefin Depot. That's why I'm not feeling it.
I am getting a lot of Bluefin Depot. Not nearly as much as you, it sounds like, but it's mostly just like, ugh.
I mean, I'm not keeping track anymore. I want to say I've seen the underpass I want to say I've seen underpass like 3 times.
I think I just said yes.
And the new map once.
I gotta stop doing that too.
I want to say the other like 6 or 7 matches were all on Bluefin.
I keep saying yes when I know I want to fucking leave a team.
Well, we just won, so I'm gonna stay and inevitably get disconnected.
I would not mind getting disconnected. That would save me 3 minutes. You know? Alright, I got Urchin now. Hopefully this will go a little better. If this team knows how to fucking play. Because they sure didn't seem to on the last map.
Oh look, Bluefin Depot again.
Oh, what a surprise.
Honestly, yeah. We're seeing a lot of rollers and a lot of sloppy yanking.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, I'm cool with staying behind and covering what everyone else isn't, but...
Yeah. No, well, what's worse is now my team is getting very sloppy at inking, too, so it's like, ugh. It's not fun.
Especially on Bluefin Depot, I feel like I feel like everyone's just bum rushing the middle, and then whoever wins just goes for the spawn camping on the other team.
I've not even seen that, but yeah. Hmm? Your microphone is... Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, you are not muted. Whoa. Somehow won that. Oh yeah, there's tons of Krakens out there today. Yeah. There must be a very small amount of science, because my cues are going fast. If your cues are going slow, then... Kinda... over here. Damn it. Oh, shh. I assume that the stream can still hear me, but I don't know what to talk about at this point. Because... Yeah, seems to be similar, in terms of how stuff's going, really. I'm also fairly tired, just recently, so forgive me for that, please. Plus, you guys can't see what I'm doing, so I mean. Yeah. Go up here. Gotcha. All right. I think I got this one though. Yeah. Sweet. Pretty sure that should be a win. Sure, let's go again on that team. Ooh, okay.
Alright, sorry about that.
No problem on my end, at least.
I think I'm going to change weapons, I just don't know to what. I heard that the mini Splatling is a piece of trash, so I don't think I'm even going to try that.
I tried it a little bit, and I didn't try it in an actual fight, I tried it in the try. And I didn't really care about it. But...
Yeah, Bill told me it's pretty much all of the negatives of the Splatling without any of the positives. Like, it takes every negative about the Splatling and makes it worse. And there's no upside to it.
It does charge faster. I think that's about it, though.
Yeah, which isn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's very quick in how fast it charges.
It's not particularly what I was hoping for when it came to,
No.
a second Splatling.
Yeah.
Kind of the nozzle nose, I guess.
In general, I mean, it's supposed to be a new weapon class, so it's like it's not even like a splatter shot offshoot the way the brush is, you know. So hopefully they'll be adding more, you know.
Yeah, so what's the deal with the nozzle nose?
It's the burst fire.
So it's lower fire rate and higher damage.
I don't know. I haven't taken a look at the new nozzle nose.
Did I say that backwards?
What?
Did I say higher fire rate and lower damage? Or did I...
The fire rate, like, really shouldn't even matter, because it's basically as fast as you can press the button.
Well, it still depends on how quickly those 3 bursts come out.
That's true.
I don't even like the sub-weapons on it, though.
It's Ink Strike. Oh, no.
Suction Bomb and Echolocator.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking
not very
the
into
mini
that.
Splatling. I was thinking the mini Splatling, that is Ink Strike.
No, Mini Splatling has Inkzuka. The regular Splatling has Ink Strike.
Inkzuka? Oh, that's even worse. Yeah. I thought it had Ink Strike.
Yeah, this thing does charge in like the blink of an eye, but its range is god awful.
Oh, is the range pretty awful?
On the mini Splatling compared to the regular.
The Splatling, yeah.
Oh, Lynn says I did say it right. Whatever.
Oh. For the nozzle nose? That it's...
Yeah, the newer one has lower fire rate and higher damage.
Oh, the newer one. What the newer one has. I have no idea what the newer one has in comparison.
It looks like it should have more range, but it certainly doesn't, because like the barrel is longer.
What? Oh, you mean the graphic looks like...
Yeah.
Oh, this should... This
Yeah,
should
the actual
for
graphic looks like it should have higher range.
Sure, sure.
I don't remember what I thought about the Bamboozler. I think that was pretty much just no scope, so it's trash to me.
Kind of, I think. Bamboozler was... okay, it was kind of like just under the range that you usually use, but at the same time... the damage was kind of, eh. That's the problem. It's not a one-hit kill. Sniper. It's a... yeah, but it charges ridiculously fast, but it's not a one-hit kill. So... yeah.
I'm gonna try the Octobrush. This is probably going to be a terrible idea.
It's the one with the Kraken, right?
Yeah.
That's the crack-on splat roller just as a brush form, right?
Yeah.
So that's beacons and crack.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do this, I just never found time to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh hell, might as well just friggin' do it now.
Yeah.
I think the last Splatfest was the one where I went roller for most of it.
Yeah, I believe
like
you did.
I did that to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Mostly for myself, not even so much for the viewers. That was just to keep myself entertained.
Right, right. Well, I mean, that's what you should be doing, you know? It's like you should be trying to be entertained.
Yeah, in a roundabout way, if I'm entertained, it'll be more entertaining.
Exactly.
That works in most avenues, with the exception of MMOs, because they are very boring to watch.
I would imagine so, yeah. Motherfucker.
Even when I know what I'm watching, they're incredibly boring to watch. I was shocked earlier because like I got up tonight and my friends came over and I was like, I have to hop into World of Warcraft for like 2 minutes because I forget. Like before I went to sleep, I went back to my garrison to get my follower missions. And then I went back to Orgrimmar to park, because I was like, I can't park in my garrison, because even if I buy time with gold, I don't have warlords, so I won't be able to access the character, unless they teleport him out somehow, or something.
They probably do.
So then, but then, yeah, before I went to sleep, I went to my garrison and I forgot to do that, and I wasn't going to wait 20 minutes before I could go back for my Hearthstone to come back. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it really quick when I get up tonight. So I went and did that, and then I felt bad because the one friend doesn't play World of Warcraft, so he probably was completely bored. I was surprised that the other two actually seemed interested in what I was doing, because I can't even though I know what's going on in that game, I can't watch other people play it. It's incredibly boring to me.
I completely agree with you on that. Yeah. Which, yes, we did do a stream the other night, last week, on World of Warcraft. And
yeah, because people kept telling me, oh, people love that. People love to watch that stuff. Yeah, I think the only viewers we pulled in were trolls. Like, it didn't really do anything.
I think so. I don't even know
aside from already existing viewers, I think that was...
Did we get regular? Did Lynn show up? I don't...
For a little while, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Lynn, if you did show up, I forgot.
Oops.
Simply because of the fact that...
That was completely
nobody
idiotic.
really was there, so...
That was so idiotic. I can't believe I just did that.
I just kind of forgot that entire day.
And the whole world just saw it. I totally hit my special and then went to aim an ink strike before I forgot that I was a Kraken.
Nice.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
But then, yeah, like I told you earlier, I felt bad because now the one friend wants to start playing World of Warcraft again, and I was like, oops.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
oops.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You know, I kind of wanna a little bit, but I'm not.
Yeah, I think we were both really into it until we were like, you know, $50 expansion, and the way they cut you off at 1 point away from level 91
Yeah.
did not leave a good impression.
Nah.
But aside from that, I think we were enjoying what we were seeing in
Right.
Draenor, despite everybody saying how terrible it is.
Yeah. That's the thing. I still think people's problem with Draenor was the end game, not the game, not the content itself leading up to that. I think people were pretty much okay with content leading up to it. I think it was the end game. Once it established its end game, and like once people got into it enough and realized, wait, this is really like, you know, there's just not much going on anymore. There's no real reason to log in anymore, you know? So once that happened, that's when it
I think part of the problem was it made raiding completely irrelevant. Well, I think Mists made raiding completely irrelevant. I think that's when they added looking for raid, was in late Mists.
That's not even that. I don't think that makes that completely irrelevant. I think the being able to fully get raid quality gear through your garrison without doing a damn thing makes raids irrelevant.
Well, it means you can go to raid to see the content instead of doing it for gear.
Sure,
which I think is a very good thing.
Sure, the problem with that is that if you go to raid for content, then nobody's gonna know how to do this shit.
Probably.
Anyways, so yeah. I'm gonna be right back. Couple of minutes.
It's a tough call between Happy Home Designer and Amiibo Festival for Game of the Year. That's really a tough one. I have to get in the correct mindset for playing a brush here. That's part of my problem. How's everyone's win streaks going? And they're not necessarily win streaks, but your win rate in this Splatfest so far. Try to keep up with how everyone's doing. I feel I haven't been keeping track of my my win-loss ratio here. I don't feel like I'm doing very well though. Seems like it's kind of a crummy one. Ah, hell. I thought that was ours. Are we one down again? I feel like the art team's having a lot of disconnects. I feel like the majority of my matches have had at least one disconnect, if not two. Yup, one disconnect.
All right. How's it going?
I was just pointing out about how it feels like the majority of my matches have had at least one disconnect in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like we're getting, we're just winding up undermanned a lot, I feel.
I haven't really seen that happening. Not at least so far as I can tell. Nothing obvious, at least, out of the art team disconnecting it.
And Lynn said she's not doing so well anymore. She's up to 10-9 now.
Poof, yeah. Yeah, I gotta be something like that myself, probably. Considering all those losses I had straight in a row.
We just got put against another art team.
Yeah. Yeah, you said your queues have been fairly lengthy. While
yeah, fairly long, and we've gone against at least 2 different art teams, so...
Yeah. And mine have been very short, so...
It sounds like science is underpopulated.
That it does, at least during this time of the day.
Yeah, I guess that could change.
To get a real snapshot. Yeah, it's so hard for us to get a real snapshot based upon that.
Because it did kind of change over time for the last one.
Yeah. Slightly. Because actually, Lynn had gone against some Autobots early on, and Autobots did have the population at the end of it. How did that not fucking get you? Bullshit! You should have gotten splatted by that mine. Oh, god damn it. Gonna get camped. Yep. Fucking squid jump.
I feel like I got more done with the roller than I am with the brush so far.
Yeah, I could understand that. Yeah.
I don't really feel like going Charger either. I don't know if these are very good maps for a Charger.
Urchin used to be, but not anymore. It's God damn it! Screwed up my freaking ink strike twice in a row.
Oh, double kill. That's probably the highlight of my brush career right now.
Yeah, that's true. Ugh.
What? How do you figure?
If I reach, I'm at $24.99 right now. If by the time I reach $50.99 and I'm still feeling bleh about this, I'm gonna call it then for myself, and then finish the rest tomorrow. Or well,
yeah, I might call it as soon as I hit the last tier. Honestly.
What are you at now?
That was a closer match than I thought it was, at least. 6 out of 50.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm giving it 26 more points. See how I feel at that point. Which could be anywhere from... I mean, if it's only like 5 matches to get up there, then it's like, okay, yeah, I'll keep going. But it could be, you know, another 12 matches to get there. And if it's like, yeah, if this continues the way it has
Lynn's getting stuck with sucky teams.
Just might be. Yeah.
I'm kind of having just like mediocre teams. It seems pretty evenly matched so far.
That's true. Yeah, I had very mediocre science teams at the start. They were managing to make it work, but then if we were going against a more than mediocre art team at the same time, then we lost, you know? So it's like, yeah, I can certainly feel that right now. It's very evenly matched this time of the night. This time. Really with that? So I have not heard back yet from GameStop as to if they're doing anything.
Oh, right, yeah, I meant to ask if anything has developed there further.
Nope. I had I decided to buy the Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls expansion. Got it from GameStop for only $20, but then UPS was handling delivery.
Which I guess like a lot of people would say, well, why the hell did you go to GameStop? That serves you right. But come on, $20. You can't pass up. Yeah, you can't pass up deals like that, even if it is GameStop.
Blizzard's charging $40 still. I mean,
yeah.
My other option would have been to wait for Blizzard to have it on sale, which I'm sure they eventually will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, again, have it on sale, but I mean, you know.
Well, someone was telling me that they had a Black Friday sale last year and that they might have another one this year.
Yeah, it's still a couple of months though away.
Yeah, that's like 2 months away.
So it's like, yeah, you know. That might be something to think of in terms of if, say, Warlords is real cheap then.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know. But...
yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
yeah.
If I don't see it elsewhere for cheaper at that at that point.
Right. Because, yeah, I honestly would be interested in going through Warlords based upon what I've seen of it.
Yeah.
But I wish I could have gone a little further into what I'd seen of it. You know?
Yeah, they kind of, like, just...
Like, the only reason
the expansion was very carefully designed so that you can only get so far as a level 90, too.
Yeah.
Like, eventually the quests start to be too high for you, and at a very convenient stopping point. Like, when I hit the point where it was like I was not high enough to take the quest, I was like, they intentionally designed this so that this is how far you could get before you'd be stopped. But yeah, I was actually thinking more of it than I was of Mists of Pandaria.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I liked Mist of I liked Mist's dungeons.
I liked the dungeons a lot.
Yeah.
But the questing and zones are just very dull to me.
I really liked the Mist dungeons. There was only the one Mist dungeon that was kind of...
That was lame, yeah.
Yeah. And then we hadn't even tried the new... yeah, that's the one that did Sholo and Strat. Redone. Did they do those in Heroics?
Yeah, I mean, we technically did a non-heroic versions, so we pretty much saw them, but...
Well, yeah, but we didn't try the heroic versions.
That was probably mostly the same.
It's probably mostly the same, yeah. But there's probably some difference, you know. I did go through Dead Mines heroic, and yeah, that ending to that one is way different than the normal.
I don't remember.
You go through a whole chain of stuff that goes on with Vanessa. She sends you into like this nightmare scape, you know? And you fight all
Alright, I don't think she's even there in normal.
No, she's not there in normal. No. She's heroic only.
I think they did the same thing with Shadowfang.
Yeah. And then, like, you had to,
Did you ever go and do ZG and ZA?
No, I didn't, no.
I really liked ZG, because it was very, I was complaining about, in regards to Dead Mines and Shadowfang, that, like, the redos of them have almost nothing to do with the original versions.
Kinda, yeah.
Like, they're kind of completely different. ZG was not the case. ZG was pretty accurate to what the original was, so I was pretty happy with that. There are a lot less bosses, ZA? But there are still a lot of... Oh, I remember this guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because ZG did have a lot of bosses, actually. Really
I can't speak for ZA, because the only time I ever did ZA, it was already irrelevant.
Ah, right.
So I don't remember it very clearly, but, connection has been lost. It's alright, because we lost, so... But yeah, ZG was well done, I thought.
Good. I mean, that's the thing that I would think with those two dungeons, is updating it for later, it's kind of like, well, you kind of lose the original intention of what those dungeons were, you know?
Yeah, like...
In terms of story-wise, you know?
I mean, I'm all behind them... I'm all behind the idea of them repurposing old content.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I think that's a good idea. You have a decade of content that people aren't seeing.
Right.
It's similar to why I think the time walking is a very good idea.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
But then I didn't like how...
Fuck!
I didn't like how Dead Mines and Shadowfang just had nothing to do with what the original was about.
Yeah.
Like, none of the bosses weren't the same. It was pretty much completely different.
Yeah, pretty much. And there was a couple others like that from the Kata redo.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, Scarlet Monastery and Scholomance were still pretty similar. Scholomance was really jarring because of how...
Well, Sholo was a Mists one, not a... And so Strat and Sholo were Mists.
They didn't redo Strat yet. I don't know why you keep thinking they redid Stratholme. They didn't do that one yet.
Yeah,
they redid that one in Cataclysm. but they haven't redone it since then.
Oh, they redid...
They redid it when they redid everything in Cataclysm, but they didn't make a heroic version of it or anything.
No, that's true. Yeah, no, they didn't make a heroic.
Stratholme's still pretty similar, too.
Strat's still pretty similar,
Scala's pretty similar, except for the fact that, like, they gutted a lot of bosses out, and like... It's hard for me to say for sure since I can't go and look at the original, but I feel like they took a bunch of the rooms and rearranged them. Like, it feels out of order and bizarre.
It kind of does, yeah.
But, like, the theme of the place is still very much the same. Like, gambling is still there, etc. It's still the same shop.
Yeah, Shola was always a school setting. And that's kind of what it's kept to.
Yeah.
You know?
And Scarlet Monastery was pretty similar, too. Except that was the same, where they kind of, like...
Scarlet Monastery was...
cut it up into pieces, and then put it back together.
Yeah.
But it's still the same. It's still the Scarlet Monastery,
a couple of really weird things, but...
like, the final bosses were still the same. Now, ZG, you don't fight Hakar.
You don't fight Hakar in ZG?
No, you fight Jindo.
Jindo?
Yeah, the Hexer.
I don't remember. Was he an original from ZG?
Yeah. He was the guy that, like... He dumped you into the pit of skeletons.
Oh, okay.
I think he mind-controlled. Yeah, he's the final boss now. And it's a bit more of an event than a boss, but...
Sure.
But I liked it. It was still in line with what I expected from the place.
Yeah.
Mandakeer's still there. The Panther is still there, but I think it's a different person. I think they imply that it's the sister of the original Panther aspect.
Right.
The Venoxus is still there, the poison guy. And the Edge of Madness is still there.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think of what they actually took out. Wasn't there a spider boss or something? That one's gone.
I think there was a spider boss.
That whole area is kind of gone. There was a tiger boss too, and he's completely gone.
Too, I think.
Oh yeah, and the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the bat. We got hooked. We got stuck on the bat.
Was there? Maybe there wasn't a spider. Maybe it was the bat. I'm thinking.
Maybe it's bat. You're thinking, yeah. Yeah, I'm not certain if there was a spider. No. I do know we got stuck on that bat for so fucking long, though.
I don't remember what it did.
It fucked it. I know it did. I think it just did crazy damage, or either crazy damage plus life leech of some kind. I want to say, like it healed itself by fucking up one of your raid members. I want to say something like that. It's been fucking.
Oh, Gazranka's gone too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But that was an optional one anyway, so that's kind of...
Yeah, that was completely optional, yeah. Yeah, I'd done, Serpent Shrine Caverns, too. I don't know if you've touched that yet.
Was that Vosh?
That's Vosh, yeah.
That's the only one I didn't do.
Yeah, I didn't realize how annoying Vosh would actually be to kill.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that place being pretty bad.
No, all the other bosses were perfectly fine, but Vosh is very annoying to kill solo. Because
Yogg-Saron solo was kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Mostly because I didn't know the fight, so I had no idea what I was doing at first.
Right.
I think I died like 3 or 4 times on Yogg-Saron. Because if he drops your insanity to 0, he mind controls you, and then when the mind control wears off, you die. So you can't mitigate that from being too high of a level.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to prevent it from ever happening, which involves killing him before he can do it, because there's no way to prevent it.
Right. With Vash, what happens is, she goes into an invulnerable state at one point.
Let me guess. Ads.
Oh yeah, tons and tons of ads, but the ads aren't, like, their damage is not the problem. Like, like, the crazy part is that she goes into this invulnerable state, and what you have to do is, like, in a raid group, what you would do is you would have a couple of people, you would have a few people looking around for the toxic elementals. Now, the toxic elementals drop an item that allows you to remove that barrier that she has, but you need to find 4 of them to remove the barrier. You need to find and use...
Right, I vaguely remember that.
To remove the barrier. As that's happening, in a raid group, you would have multiple people, you would have pretty much the raid otherwise, working on taking out all those things that are going to her, all the elementals that are going to her, which boost her damage up by 10% per elemental, so, like, in an actual raid, you don't want that shit happening.
Right.
You know, now, she does actually she does completely cap out at, 99 stacks of it, which means her damage is boosted by 990%.
Nice.
Which...
And that's actually a threat to you, still at level 90.
No, actually, that's actually not a threat. But what was annoying was getting the toxic elementals, because the toxic elementals appear randomly on the sides, and, like, when you're solo, they'll shoot at you from the distance, so, like, you'll find them, like, you'll see where they're shooting from, so you then have to go around to them. Problem is that they move, and, like, they stay in one spot, like, they don't come to you. So when you are going to them, they're staying there and still shooting. And what happens is eventually they decide, nope, you didn't get to me quick enough, so I'm going to disappear. And I'm going to respawn somewhere else. So with one person hunting down toxic elementals...
It took a while.
It takes a while, yeah.
Yeah, there was a few things in Ulduar that really tripped me up.
Yeah.
There's this one boss that, like, she has a stacking buff when you start the fight. Where she, like, heals over time.
Yeah.
And it's, like, it's too strong to kill through.
Right.
Like, you can't just outright kill her. So I had to remember how to reduce the debuff, and I still don't remember exactly how to do it. I think it's whenever she summons one of those treant things, you have to kill that, and then it lowers her stack. Until eventually you can get her to a point where you can actually kill her.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then Mimiron actually has a one-hit kill, and it's still a one-hit kill at 90. So I died to that once because I wasn't paying attention. And then, like I said, Yogg-Saron was, like, total... I had no idea what I was doing.
Right.
But it was very good money. I think it was the best money out of all 3 of the Wrath dungeons.
Yeah, you said that was like 800.
Yeah, I think that was the best, and that was just on 10. That, like, 25 and Heroic were probably better.
Did I really just kill 2 of you just like that? You motherfucking idiots. I was above them in the bridge, like, on their side, and, like, they were just below me, and so I aimed at each of them and took them out. It's like, okay. They didn't even, like, see where I was attacking them from.
I think my last, like, 3 matches have been against other art teams.
Oh, jeez, yeah. 72.1 against 17.3. That was a very good match.
You know, I'm gonna be pissed. I bet he's not.
What's that?
Oh, giving Dusty hell.
Oh.
It's like, if you're not here, watching and listening, the one time we're talking about World of Warcraft, I am going to get my license, drive across the country, and slap you in the face.
That's commitment.
And since he's not saying anything, that leads me to believe he's not there. Oh, hey, the bridge. This is only like the second freaking time we've seen the bridge.
Wow, really?
Maybe like third, maybe. No, I'm pretty sure this is only the second time.
Wow. I've seen it far more than that, but I mean, it's still, I haven't seen it as much as I wanted to.
I feel bad for not streaming last night when the bridge came out, but you were nowhere to be seen.
Was it last night when it came out?
Yeah.
No, yeah, last night I
saw it when I got up, I think, and you were already asleep by the time I got up, so...
Probably.
I was like,
Yeah. Oh, Victini, you need to die. Give me some experience here. Be careful with this one. Shit. Oh, not as good of experience from Victini as I would like.
Are you taking a break, or did you hit 50?
No, I got disconnected from my team, so I decided to just beat up Victini for a second. I got a level 1 on my team. It could be good.
I haven't touched Shuffle in the longest time.
Yeah.
Just I don't have the interest in it. Damn it.
Yeah, I know you've been falling away from it. I'm at 41 out of 99.
That's not going too slowly then.
Yeah. It's not been like it's not been a straight series of losses. Yeah, that's true. They're just getting close to 3. So.
Well, that's gonna suck. I have nowhere to run. How did I not kill that guy in front of me before that went off?
Hey, Bluefin! What a surprise.
What?
Oh my gosh, the level 1 doesn't know what they're doing. I'm down a person. This level 1 is just standing there, basically. Walking around a little bit, being like, what?
Just walking around shooting only at other players?
No, not even that. They were just there at spawn, kind of walking for a moment. Which, I understand. Learning controls a little bit, you know. Like, yeah. I get that. I get that. Just sucks that you're on my team, you know?
Alright, yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot done with this weapon. My concern with going back to the 52 gal, though, is that I'm just going to be on such autopilot that most of the matches aren't going to be worth watching in any way.
Right. Shit! Fuck you, Splattershot Jr.
I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone level 50. Although maybe I have, and I haven't been watching.
I saw 48 today. Yeah. Haven't seen any 50s yet. God damn. This is a total loss.
I guess if Lynn's still there, have you found an opportunity to do any more Monster Hunter yet? We got pretty far into solo before we kind of said, alright, that's enough of this shit. Still interested in doing some more multiplayer, except now we have, like, we have to get schedules to realign, since I think Quote's on a messed up schedule now, too.
Yeah. Last we saw of him, at least.
Yeah, last time I talked to him, he was going to sleep around midnight, so... But that was, like, last week.
Yeah.
If not more. It was probably closer to a week and a half ago.
Right. I like how I got disconnected from the team that I had a 71% win with, and then I lose to a 71% team.
I like how, for the
Thanks.
duration of that match, I've been sitting in the queue waiting for a match.
Really?
I think so.
God damn it, why did I press battle again?
Nice. Nice.
I gotta stop doing that.
And we're gonna have the same thing that happened... I don't think it happened last time, but like the time before that, where like... I'm not gonna want to stop until I'm done, because if I do, I'm not gonna want to pick it back up tomorrow. So I'll just never finish.
I mean, I'm not going all the way, so I mean, yeah. I mean, you'd have to go all the way after I head off.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm not gonna do that.
Although right now, I'm waiting for 2 people for Team Science still. So I kind of have the feeling that Team Science is extremely underpopulated.
You picked the wrong team.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I might get to the final title, and that might be enough for me, truthfully.
Right.
Not that I know what else I'm gonna do tonight.
Yeah. Bluefin again.
Because our WoW time is certainly up at this point.
Oh yeah. Which is a good thing, you know.
Yeah, because that's kind of all I was doing.
Yeah, you were doing way more than me once it hit that point. You know.
And I'm mixed on. Like, I'm gonna try and. I mentioned that in 2 weeks I'm probably gonna buy time.
Right.
To go do time walking.
Yeah. Give that.
I could do it before then. I'm gonna try not to, just because I should try and get some other things done.
Well, yeah.
So I'm gonna try and push myself to get some other things done first.
Right.
And then I'll probably do it.
Yeah.
Like, we need to record... We need to do Plague of Shadows before that, like, becomes irrelevant or something.
Right. Nice.
And some other things that should be taken care of, and then... I mean, the way I see it is, like... Even if I'm not planning on getting Warlords right away, there's still a ton of stuff to do in Mists of Pandaria that I completely missed out on. So...
Yeah, I can see that.
So I can still do a bunch of stuff there. I can get all my characters caught up to 90 so that there'll be less to do at the potential time I do get Warlords.
That's true. I'm at the point right now where it's like I could not earn enough money, and I was not interested enough to earn enough money to attempt to earn enough money.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're at a point where you have to pay real money for a subscription.
Yeah, I have to pay $15, so it's like I don't want to.
And then you'd have to
do that.
Then you'd have to create your gold farming empire pretty much from scratch.
Right. Ugh.
Which I don't know if there's a window for you to get back into it at all at that point. Because I don't know if you would pay the subscription.
Not for Mists. No. For Warlords, I might.
If you can get it cheap enough.
I'd have to get Warlords cheap enough to make paying $15 on top of it worth it.
Right.
Because then I could
probably 25 at the cheapest.
25 is 25 at the most expensive.
Or yeah, at the most expensive rather.
Yeah. Yeah. Then it'd be $40 and it's like, yeah, I could probably push with that. Yeah. Yeah. I think I could probably do that. And it's like, it's also because at that point it's like, okay, I know what I would need to do in order to manage to get to the point where it's like, okay, I could feasibly manage to do it with gold after that.
Right.
You know?
You could probably get it going in 1 month, yeah, but I wouldn't bother during Mists because it's going to be too much of a time sink to do it.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's my point. That's why I'm like, I would not 15 for Mists.
I think my current plan is, I think I stopped. I want to say I had about 54, 55k.
Sure.
When I stopped.
Sure.
Because I went and did some old raids on my Death Knight too, and I made like 800 gold real quick doing that.
Right.
Even though it was vanilla stuff.
Yeah.
So I think
which
I had about that. So
you have plenty for a month, and then you can easily get.
I can easily get enough for a second month, which at that point I can save that for when I potentially get Draenor.
That's true. Yeah.
And then I'll already have gold to make that happen. Now another upside, I probably have enough for 2 months already, because if you log into the game without it being active and it asks you like right on the front there, like, do you want to buy time with gold? I'm pretty sure that looks at all of your characters across all servers, and I had 6,000 on my monk.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So there's an upside, is that I actually have a lot more than I think I do, just because there's no way of getting that money off of my monk.
Right.
What I should actually do is spend that money on like a mount or something that's like 5,000 or something.
Yeah.
That does bind on account. Just either that or keep farming and get more and get like a 10,000 mount or something.
Yeah, do something with it. I mean, on the other hand, if you do get, when you do get Warlords, you could just use that character as another level 100 doing katas, you know? Which
yeah,
but
since it's on another server, there wouldn't be much point, I guess. Unless every time I buy gold, I let it run out and then hit the thing on the screen that takes gold from all sources.
Well, or you could just do it from that character when you...
Or just get enough on that character and buy it right from there. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It would work until I get all my other characters in order.
Right. I mean, that's probably what I would do with my Paladin on there, is I'd probably boost a Paladin on Dalaran.
Mm-hmm.
And then bring that up, and then I'd go back and play that one up, and then I'd use that one as a second level 100, because I'm far enough away from level 100 on any other character to make that worth it,
Yeah.
Even though it's 2 paladins,
The thing that's gonna suck about getting that character to 100 is that's another...
I'll go prot or heal with her,
Well, that's another character you're gonna have to do all the garrison bullshit with.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, I didn't mind it that much.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
But I can imagine doing it on multiple characters will get trying.
Well, that would just happen in general, though.
Yeah, that happens when you have anything that you have to do multiple times.
Right. Look, I mean, you're looking at, if you do Warlords, then you're looking at bringing like 3-4 characters yourself already to 100. You know?
Yeah, I have 4 characters on Dalaran that are between 80 and 90.
Right.
My Druid's 90, my Warlock is 84, I think. My Death Knight was 82, and my Shaman's 85. So I'd certainly bring all of them up.
Right. And you could bring the Monk on the other one.
Yeah.
And if you get Warlords, you'd boost a Monk to 90 on Dalaran.
Probably, yeah.
You know, so you can
I'm not the type to be like...
You know what I mean?
I'm not the type to be like, I've never played a warrior before, so I'm gonna boost a warrior, because I'm not gonna have any fucking idea how to play it, so...
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the type to do that.
Nah. Yeah, I could boost a rogue, you know? But fuck if I'd be any good with it. You know?
Yeah, it'd probably be more likely that you'd boost a priest or a hunter.
Not really a hunter. I didn't play a hunter that much.
Oh, you didn't?
Played a hunter. No, I played a hunter from like...
I mean, I guess it depends on if you had any attachment to the class. Like, if you enjoyed it at all.
I enjoyed it a bit, but not enough, I'd say.
And I mean, it's been so long since you've played the priest that you might not have attachment to that. By the way, discipline apparently is still healing by damaging.
Yeah.
Like, apparently that is how it's set up. Apparently right now it's pretty much autopilot. You just hit smite on the target and call it a day. But they said they're going to look to make it more interactive in Legion.
That sounds like it's less than it was, honestly.
And then they said Holy is still going to be completely full-on healing.
Yeah. Just smiting the target sounds like it's less than it used to be. Yeah. In fact, it sounds like they accounted for the fact that people wanted the DPS and heal with it a little bit too much.
Maybe.
Because I used to DPS and heal with it, but, well, used to DPS, heal, and, absorb, with it.
They said something about, like, they're adding a buff that you put on people, and as long as the buff lasts, that's where the smite healing is directed, and you can have it on multiple people at once, but you have to keep the buff maintained to make sure it's going to the correct sources.
Sure.
Just like, it sounds like it's a step in the right direction. You're gonna need a little bit more than that, of course, but...
Sounds basically like Beacon of Light.
Yeah, that's not much more auto.
I mean... Yeah.
Hey, my monk was an orc. Dusty said that he boosted a monk to 90 and got him to 100. Mine was a far superior female orc, though, because they are nowhere to be found. I mean, orcs are kind of rare in general, surprisingly.
We did see a pretty good amount of orc females, in fact, though.
Yeah, we actually did. It's kind of odd.
Kind of odd, yeah.
'Cause they're like an incredibly rare one. I mean, like I said, orcs are not very common to begin with, believe it or not.
No, orcs aren't very common to begin with on the Horde side as it is now. I think we mostly saw Forsaken, Trolls, and Tauren.
A lot of Blood Elves.
We didn't see a lot of Blood Elves. We saw a good amount of Blood Elves.
Considering how we saw so many goddamn priests, and they were all either undead or Blood Elves.
Can orcs even be priests?
No, but Trolls and Tauren can be. And Goblins.
Yeah. Goblins can too?
Yeah. Trying to remember what Goblins can't be. They can't be Paladins, they can't be Druids.
Monks, I think.
That's right, Goblins and Morgan can't be monks, right?
Yeah,
I think. So. I think they're the only ones that can't be.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they can be warriors, they can be rogues, they can be hunters, they can be shaman, they can be priests, mages, and warlocks. So yeah, there's not much limitation when it comes to goblins.
They can't be paladins.
Yeah, they can't be paladins, druids, or monks.
Yeah. They can't be shaman either.
They can be shaman.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
Goblins?
Unless they changed it. During the Cataclysm beta, the shaman I leveled was a goblin, so...
From what I'm looking at, they changed it.
That would be wacky.
Oh, wait, no. Okay, from what I'm looking at, that was the one symbol on the page that didn't load, and then I refreshed it and it loaded.
Can goblins and worgens be Death Knights?
Yeah.
Oh, they can be, okay.
Yeah.
They're pretty rare, though. I don't think you ever see them playing Death Knights.
That's true. Only pandas cannot be Death Knights. Yeah. Which, is there a new race in Legion?
No, just Demon Hunter.
Just Demon Hunter. Really?
I'm kind of tempted to believe that the expansion after that will probably have new races. Not that I have any idea what they would be, but those walrus guys from Northrend should be playable. That would be fucking incredible. Those guys were so awesome.
Yeah.
I remember when I came across that hub, I was like, I would re-roll a Tusker right now. No questions asked. I actually tend to completely forget about pandas as a race. I'm not sure how. Because I was trying to think of, like, okay, long-term goal. If I wanted to have a 100 of every class on my account, I would want to try and, like, spread out the race love.
Sure.
So I was trying to think of, like, what race I would make everyone. Because I thought about making a mage while I can only access up to level 20.
Right.
Just something to, like, dick around with a little bit. Maybe.
Why are orcs the only ones who can't be priests?
I don't know.
They're the only race who cannot be priests.
I mean, they only, like, just got mages, too.
That's true.
But yeah, I was trying to think of, like, what race I would make everything.
Right, right.
I think I would actually delete my hunter and start over, because I don't remember leveling that hunter at all. Which leads me to believe that I'm not going to remember what the hell I'm doing while I'm playing it.
Yeah. I kind of want to hope, with Legion, that...
Sorry for the wild camera there, I had an itch on my arm, and my camera was going crazy.
I kind of want to hope with Legion that because they're going back to Burning Crusade, and I assume Akama's coming back, and I assume they're working...
I hope Akama's coming back.
I hope, yeah, gosh. And I hope that, I hope Akama's coming back, and with that, I hope that he's, like, that we have, like, some sort of reason where Draenei could now be rogues. Then I'll fucking play a rogue. It's like, I feel like...
Yeah, but we're gonna be playing Horde on Dalaran, so...
I'll still make a Draenei rogue.
Like, that's not gonna affect you in any way.
I'll still make a Draenei rogue. You know?
Squish! I probably should make an alliance at some point just for some achievements that would be much easier to get as an alliance.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, ew, alliance. There's a few races I would probably play as, but the alliance is just so generic fantasy that it just doesn't really do anything for me.
That's true, yeah. I just feel like it's always been bullshit that Draenei can't be rogues, considering Akama.
Maybe Dusty will know. Why is Thrall green? We were trying to figure out the one night, why the hell is Thrall green?
No, they cannot be rogues, Dusty. That was my point. I'm saying that...
Yeah, no, Draenei can't be rogues.
Legion, they allow them to, because Akama likely will be coming back, and Akama is Akama was the first Draenei we fucking met.
He doesn't have hooves, though.
He's a rogue, you know? So it's like
he doesn't have hooves, though.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. He has, like...
Sure he does.
Like, I just did Black Temple the other night. I don't think the Broken have hooves. They have more, like, paw-like things. Wow, we got crushed.
Looking at his feet right now, I kind of want to say they're close to hooves. They're still, okay, they may not be hooves, but they're...
Well, isn't the theory that
Yeah,
hooves are what
theory.
stop them from being rogues, since
Yeah,
Tauren can't be either.
Yeah, that's my theory, is that Tauren and Draenei cannot be rogues because they have hooves. Because they go click, 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 you know. And they can't be sneaky like that. You know? Like, I completely agree with the other race restrictions. Like, obviously they're not going to be Druid. Obviously, and absolutely obviously, they're not going to be Warlock.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you have a Draenei Warlock, then they're getting in some deep fucking trouble with, you know, the Eridar and all that bullshit. So, it's like there are, you know, within their evolutionary line, I guess you could say, Warlocks, but Draenei are supposed to be away from that.
One thing I know for sure is that the only Blood Elf I will own will be a Demon Hunter. And that's because I'm forced to make it a Blood Elf. I have I do not like the Blood Elf combat animations in any way, in melee or in casting. Thought about remaking my Hunter as a Blood Elf, maybe.
Demon Hunters will start at 98. And at the end of their starting experience, they'll be 100.
Yeah, I did hear that they were going to be somewhere between 90 and 100.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be 100 and they can just go straight into Legion content. They'll use Fury for their resource.
So I'm not going to make them go through 10 levels of irrelevant content first, like Death Knights had to.
Death Knights didn't have to go... Well, yeah, they...
Yeah, you had to go through Burning Crusade first.
That's true. I like how it says, while in lore, any race can become a Demon Hunter. In World of Warcraft, leading the Demon Hunter class will be only open to Night Elves and Blood Elves.
Oh, actually, yeah, as Dusty said that, I remembered that we did figure that out eventually, that it was just green by proximity.
Yeah, we did.
I forgot that we had figured that much out.
Yeah.
I remember talking about it and being like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I still think it was just sloppy writing.
Oh no, it was totally sloppy writing. It was absolutely sloppy writing. They made orcs green, and then
they decided that the green came from the fell magic, and then they realized that.
Wait, now we need some story here to make this kind of work.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh wait, we fucking made Thrall's parents not drink it, so
they were just like, green is contagious.
Yeah.
Yep. It's canon.
Yep. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, come on. Yeah. Oh, and Demon Hunters will have fucking horns, too, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Horns and tats.
Yeah, gosh. I don't know if I'll ever fucking bother playing a Demon Hunter.
I probably will, just because... Why not? At least to experience it. It won't be on, like, my list of things to do, like Death Knight was. Or even Monk.
Right.
Like, at least the Death Knight I liked in concept. Although it's funny that I wound up the spec that I never expected to be. Like, when I heard of Death Knights, I was like, oh, cool, they can be Frost? That sounds awesome. Yep, don't play Frost. I mean, it was my off-spec, to be fair, but... Which I should maybe think about switching out of tanking to level her then, probably. But yeah, I might make, if I remake my Hunter, I might make that a Blood Elf, maybe.
Yeah.
I have an Orca, Troll, and Undead, and 2 Tauren, counting my Paladin that I never finished leveling. And I'll probably make my Monk an Orc again. Something I found to be incredible, and you're gonna hate this because it's almost pun. It's almost a pun, sort of. Is like you're familiar with my naming scheme.
Sure.
Where I guess the story there, and Dusty gets it, is my druid was the first one I made, and I named him Irregular because Irregular is the name for the Japanese name for the Mavericks in Mega Man X.
Right.
And since, he turns into animals and stuff, and all the Mavericks were animals, I was like, yeah, sure. Like, in my 18-year-old mind, that made sense. So I just went with that. And then my Warlock doesn't really fit the naming scheme, not intentionally. My Warlock's name is Iris, which sort of fits. That was completely unintentional, though. I don't think I did that intentionally.
Sure.
And then I made... My Death Knight's name is Eerie, which is misspelled to be IRR. My Shaman's name I'm not that fond of. It's Eerily, which was just me running out of things to use, honestly.
Right.
And then my Paladin was Iridium, which is an actual mineral. And it's spelled IRR. And I realized I almost have to get Legion because I could misspell Illidan and make it Iridan.
Oh, God.
And I could stick with the naming scheme.
Oh, no.
I was like, that's so awful, but it's amazing that it's so simple.
Oh. No.
I want to rename my Shaman Erupt. Because my Witch Doctor in Diablo 3 was Erupt, misspelled IRR. And I was like, that's a perfect fucking shaman name.
Yeah.
It's not bad for a warlock either, I guess. Could never come up with something for a mage. The only one I ever came up with for a mage, which was really bad, was Irrigation. And I was like, that's a terrible name. That's so bad. Eventually I started having trouble coming up with names that I could make work. How the hell did he kill me?
Is that for fuck's sake at Iridan?
Oh yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, which one was that? I think my priest was Iridite, I think. But I think that was another of what the hell else am I gonna name it?
Yeah.
I think my mage was Iridescent, which I guess works.
Iridescent works, yeah.
Realized I could name something like Eraser or something.
Eraser.
Like that was another one I had come to me, as well as Irradiate, whatever. But I don't even know what I would...
Irradiate, yeah.
I don't... Yes, he just crackened right through the fucking grating. You're such a douchebag. Oh, he actually survived? What the hell? How?
Irradiate you could use for... You could certainly use that for a warlock.
Yeah, but I'm not going to level another warlock, I don't think. I'm not too keen on, like...
Irradiate. You could use it for a rogue.
When I already have a class at like 80, I'm not really interested in like re-rolling it. Yeah. Just for a name change, like that's,
you could use it for a rogue.
I mean, I guess worst case I could use the warlord boost for it, but
yeah,
I'd rather do that for the monk. I think.
Although,
I don't know. I wouldn't mind leveling a monk again. How did he not die? I wouldn't mind leveling a monk again because the specs are so completely different from one another that I feel like the only way I'd be able to learn DPS is to level as it and actually learn it.
Like, you saying that almost makes me want to go, you know what? Yeah, I would not be against leveling a prot paladin now. You know?
Yeah. But, I mean, that's probably not going to be quite as different.
A DPS monk, yeah,
I mean,
I'd level a prot paladin.
I mean, because you have to keep in mind that, like, the whole system where you have so many exclusive spells to your spec wasn't put into place until Mists.
Yeah.
So monks were kind of designed with that in mind, which is why they're so much different from one another. My wizard in Diablo 3 is actually named Irricane.
Yeah.
Because I used that naming scheme for Diablo 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Except for my barbarian, who is named Pepperoni.
Oh, well, Pepperoni is an absolute name.
So I guess I could have made it Pepperoni, but
Pepperoni.
no, I just made Pepperoni.
Yeah. It's good enough.
Iridan. I love it.
Iridan.
It's so good.
It's terrible. Oh my god. It is too much of a pun, too.
You did not know that my wizard's name was Hurricane, Dusty. You did not. No, you didn't. There's no possible way you could have known that. I guess I could do the Mage's Erupt, but that kind of implies that I'm going to be fire, and I don't know how interested I am in being a fire mage.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know what they're like anymore. The only mages we saw were Frost. Except for that one arcane mage that was doing shit for damage.
Yeah.
I think we saw a fire, but I don't remember how well they did. I think for the most part they were all Frost.
I think we did see a fire. Yeah, we did see a fire one. Yeah. I have no idea how well they did now. Although, like, actually Hunter did sound kind of interesting with the way, with the explanation of how their specs are going to be in Legion.
Oh.
Hunter did sound kind of interesting there.
It kind of makes me say I don't know if I'd want to re-level one until then, because...
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Ow.
I think maybe I'd pick one up then.
I'm trying to remember if I had any other good
them.
names in Diablo 3, but I think most of them were forced. Like Crusader. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them that were really forced, and I wasn't very happy with. I think I had a monk named Spirit. And I was like, that's just, yeah, it's forced.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I killed that guy. Wasn't expecting that.
Barbarian.
Are you done, by the way?
Yeah, no, I stopped a while ago.
Or did you just get distracted?
50. No, I stopped a while ago at 50. Yeah. I let you keep going while we were talking and everything. I'm gonna be right back real quick.
Nah. Loser. Stupid Rob. He jumped right into that. Kind of feel like a dick for camping him on that one, though, because I always bitch when people do that to me. Come on, I feel like we're doing really... I feel like I'm doing really well, but we're not doing really well. This team's not really rocking it. Sweet! I guess we did better than I thought. Yeah, let's keep that going. I have to use the bathroom, but I don't want to bail after we just won one. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. Oh, this is another art versus art team, isn't it? Jeez. Methinks science is doomed. Oh, come on! I hit that Kraken in time. So are you actually playing again now, Dusty? I know you said you were thinking about it, but I wasn't sure if you actually took the plunge or not. Oh, shit. That sucked. Gotcha. No! Split. Hi, kitty. Where are you going? Where are you going? No! Oh, either, I guess, but I assume that if you were playing Splatoon, you wouldn't be here chatting. Or, well, I guess could be playing on off hours. But no, I meant World of Warcraft.
How do you go 0 and 1 with an arrow spray? How? How do you do it? An error has occurred. I'm going to take that opportunity to go use the bathroom really quick. I shall return.
Alright. I'm back. You're getting into WoW stuff this weekend. Oh, Brewfest. Oh, did we just miss Brewfest? Yeah. Oh, well, I guess if he's going back in 2 weeks, Brewfest probably is still going to be around at that time. I guessed. So yeah, we just missed Brewfest, Chesty. Yeah, we just missed Brewfest because our time just ran out. Like I said, I think he might end up being back in time for Brewfest. I probably won't be. Although, I assume that all the events are still exactly the same as they always been. So, even though I've never done Brewfest in WoW, I don't think it's probably it's probably nothing I need to worry about. The holiday meta achievement.
Alright.
Yeah.
Went to use a bathroom quick, and then I needed to clean the litter box.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that it had gotten out of hand, and I hadn't had time to do anything about it just yet, so...
Yeah. By the way, what did you name your Crusader in D3? Yeah. What did you name your Crusader?
Like, the first one I did was Crusader.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what I named the new one.
And you've been playing on that one recently, too.
Well, it's been a while since I've played on it.
Yeah. I, just as I was up, I realized Irradiance. Or Irradiant.
Is that even a word, though?
Yeah. It's about shining bright and shit, you know?
Wouldn't that just be radiance?
It could still be Irradiant. You know? I would think that. Yeah.
Alright, can I get to the last tier here and end this? Because even though I don't know what I'll be doing instead of this, I'm eager to get there.
Right. I finished at 50, so I mean I got 49 points that I'll do, you know, later.
I'm probably just going to do
champion.
Just finish defender.
Yeah.
And get to champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe if we're up early enough tomorrow, we can stream it again. Like before the Splatfest ends.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
Except then I'm going to be frustrated if I don't have enough time to make it too.
That would absolutely depend upon when you're going to be up. I'm going to be up in time to do it myself. But...
Right. I don't know. I was up at 7 tonight.
Right.
And without the limitless options of things to do in World of Warcraft, I doubt I'll stay up quite as late.
Yeah, this is your first night in, like, a week where you're not like, well, I have all this shit to do and WoW. You know?
Well, I mean, like, last night I got to sleep at a pretty decent hour.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I went to sleep at, like, noon yesterday. Or today.
That's much better.
I think I was still up until, like, at least 1 or something. I think it was, like, 12:30 or so before I finally got to sleep. I was actually able to push myself to...
No, you do have to wait a while for that queue, don't you?
Yeah. So that's probably what's making it unbearable for me. Is because when the queue comes up, I'm always sitting here going, you know, I could be doing something else.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could stop before reaching that, and that would give you a reason to get on in the first place. You know what I mean? You know how I mean?
Yeah, but I know that I'm not really gonna want to do it tomorrow. That's why I said maybe we could stream it, because I think that's the only thing that's gonna push me to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do that if you're... I mean, I can hold off, yeah, till later.
Well, you don't even necessarily have to hold off.
Right.
That's dumb. I remember doing that with the holiday meta achievement. I don't think Brewfest was the last one I needed, but there was definitely one that I kept missing due to when I was not playing. And it was driving me crazy. And I'm pretty sure I did resub at one point just for the holiday so I could finish it.
Gosh.
And then I stuck around and played a while, but...
Yeah.
I want to say that's when I decided to start tanking.
How did you get that guy without him getting you too? God.
I don't know, because I don't know who you're talking about.
The roller. You passed by a roller who you got and he didn't get you.
I think that's when I started tanking in Wrath, actually. I think I went back for a holiday, and then I was like, oh, well, I have 30 days of time, so I might as well do something. And then, like, they didn't really need me for raiding, so I was like, well, I'm going to work on my Death Knight then.
Yeah.
And then I started to tank for faster queues, probably, and...
Right.
And I was like, you know, this is pretty cool, and you guys don't have a dedicated off-tank, so...
Right, yeah.
It's just a matter of, getting geared and everything.
Yeah.
Mostly, at that point, it was getting the crit immunity from defense.
Yeah.
Like, that was a must-have.
Oh yeah, totally at that time.
Which was really hard at first, because as a Death Knight, you couldn't use a shield.
Yeah.
So you were, like, short one item to have defense on it. But then they added that extra Rune Forge that gave defense. And that was, like, that made it so much easier. But I remember, like, kind of bitching about that, because it was, like, I hit the defense cap even before that, so it's not that hard to hit. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. You had to work for it, though.
Yeah.
A little bit more than is reasonable, considering how key it kind of is.
Yeah. Which is kind of why I'm okay with the fact that tanks just get crit immunity by default now.
Do they now?
Yeah.
Not monk tanks, apparently.
No, I thought I told you that.
No.
Those were crushing blows I was being hit by, not crits.
Oh.
Either that, or the enemies were higher level than I was, and therefore were able to still crit me.
Oh. No, you didn't tell me this at all.
Oh. Oops.
So
yeah, I found that out. I was bothering Taro about it, and he was like... He asked me if the stream was from my point of view, so that he could see what was happening.
Right.
But and he was like, it was probably a crushing blow. It probably wasn't a crit. Which actually... I I think crushing blows are the ones that, if they're higher level than you, they can hit you with a crushing blow.
I think so, yeah.
Which is why raid bosses were so devastating, because they're all higher level than you are.
Right. Huh. I did not know that they just get it now.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
So what is it? You just so long as you're that spec, you're immune to crits?
Yeah. Or in the proper stance or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I think it used to be by stance. I don't know if that's still the way it was. Well, like I don't know because paladins don't have stances, but like I think warriors just get it being in protection, defensive stance.
Right, I could see that.
And Death Knights just get it in blood presence. I think druids just get it by being in bear form. It might be spec related too. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember them making that change in Cataclysm, but since I wasn't tanking, I didn't pay the fuck attention to it because it was kind of irrelevant to me.
Right. I guess that they could have it work with paladins with probably the Seal of Righteousness.
It's probably
assumed tanking seal.
No, it's probably that thing that increases your threat. Forget what it's called. It's probably that.
Yeah. Yeah, the toggle ability.
Because I don't know if do they still have auras?
Technically, I got an aura at level 90 that increased versatility by 3%.
Because I didn't recall you ever talking about auras.
No.
Which leads me to believe that they're gone.
No, we just have the one at level 90.
So yeah, it's probably from Righteous Fury. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, no. It's Righteous something.
Well, it's a fucking paladin. They're all righteous something.
Yeah. I want to say it's Fury. I believe it was Fury. Yeah, Righteous Fury. Increases your threat generation while active, making you a more effective tank.
Yeah, that's probably what gives it. If they didn't just roll it into the spec, which they might have.
Which they might have. Yeah.
I'm actually I think some of the changes we saw were from Mist. Like I love the fact that hit rating is gone, so you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, and you don't have to level up fucking weapons anymore.
Well, that was a change they made a long time ago.
Yeah.
Shit. They sandwiched me. And then the way Draenor has the shifting gear so that it changes to what stat you need.
That is really nice.
As a hybrid, that just makes me go, this is so good. This is so good.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't have to fucking keep multiple armor sets anymore. This is incredible.
Right.
Part of me wants to say, oh, these friggin' scrubs have it easy now because they don't have to work on maintaining 2 sets. But you know what? I think part of what killed rating for me in Wrath, and I've complained about this before, was the fact that every encounter in Wrath, it alternated, or in Ice Crown specifically, alternated. This encounter needs 1 tank. This encounter needs 2. This encounter needs 2. This encounter needs 1. This encounter needs 1. This encounter needs 2. And it was I had to maintain a damage set for those fights where I wasn't needed as a tank.
Right.
And it was such a pain in the ass, especially because we had other plate DPS and I didn't want to take gear over them.
Right.
It wasn't good design. Of course I couldn't maintain the set.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, it's a godsend. It's thank God.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that they do that now. I mean, it's something that has less of an effect, it seems, with the way Warlords is built around not having to do stuff to get the same gear. But I think it's something that might work a little better in Legion without that same capability of doing that. You know?
Well, Legion's going to have the added benefit of the fact that we don't have to worry about finding good weapon drops.
There's that too.
Which, when they put it that way, I was like...
I'm really like... I'm really mixed on the whole artifact weapon.
Yeah, when I first saw artifacts, I was like, that's lame. And then, like, when I was reading interviews, they were like, well, we pretty much did it because now you don't have to worry about finding a good weapon. Like, you just have the weapon and it gets stronger as you do dungeons. And I was like, that's...
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah. I mean, there is a good point to it.
I also loved the lore reason behind it.
There's a lore reason behind
The
it.
lore reason is, how the fuck else are we supposed to fight the Burning Legion? It's like, good point, good point.
Kind of a good point, but then there's like 20,000 million Ashbringers going to exist.
Yeah.
You know, I mean...
I guess you're... Despite it being an MMO, I guess you're supposed to ignore the fact that other players exist.
Right.
Which is kind of wacky. Like, that's the one thing I don't... And the only reason I don't like that is because it has a fucking subscription fee.
Yeah.
Like, when we were playing... Well, not when we were playing, but when I was playing my Druid alone, I was playing it as a single-player game. Why the fuck am I paying a subscription for a single-player game? That's fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, I had no encounters with other players on my Druid, save for one.
Right.
Like, there's these bosses on the Timeless Isle that I actually saw some Alliance trying to kill. Mm-hmm. And I was like... Ordinarily, I would just turn and walk away, regardless of who's fighting it, but then I noticed that the bosses weren't tagged, which meant I'd actually get credit for it. And I was like, oh, cool, so I'll jump in and help.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's so rare to see other players.
Right,
and it's like, I guess that's fine, because they said something, in Legion interviews, where they were like, clearly the best way to play WoW is with friends. And it's like, yeah, it really is. Like, I don't really care about dealing with complete strangers that might be complete idiots, might not be, I don't know.
Right.
Like, if I can keep it narrowed to playing with friends, then that's fantastic. Part of my reasoning behind, like, why I had an interest in going back was finding out that all the annoying bastards that I raided with in Cataclysm were all gone.
Right, yeah. No, I agree with that. That certainly is a good thing.
I guess I shouldn't call them annoying, because it's not that they were annoying, it's just that a lot of them were really bad. Yeah. And, like, that's fine, but not when you're trying to raid. Like, when you're trying to be raiders, I think you have to acknowledge what you're good and bad at.
Right.
And we always had a problem with people that didn't acknowledge what they were bad at.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would make mistakes and then they wouldn't learn from them.
Yeah.
And as somebody who can make a mistake and learn from it in, like, 2 or 3 raid attempts, it's infuriating to see people not learn after hours of trying, if not days, of trying the same fight.
Yeah.
I lost, but it was a close match, so that's fine. I also think I just...
No, Dusty. I mean, maybe in Draenor it's different, but in all the other... The only time I saw other players were outside of raid instances because they were going there to farm them solo, too.
Oh, yeah, no.
That was the only time I saw crowds of players. Even in Pandaria.
What happened?
I think in the first zone of Pandaria, I ran into maybe 4 other players.
Yeah. I think we ran into a player in Draenor, but it was very brief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, despite, like, all the servers being able to play cross-realm now, I barely saw anyone.
Yeah. Outside of us doing dungeon groups, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside of us doing
out in the actual world. I did see quite a few people on the Timeless Isle, especially this afternoon when I was playing.
Yeah.
Now when I was playing it...
But, like, the Orgrimmar was fucking dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was, like, maybe a dozen people in Orgrimmar. Maybe.
Spread throughout the entire Orgrimmar.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's a great thing, because it means you can go out and quest and not have to worry about fighting for quest tags or anything. Like, that's fantastic.
Sort of.
My only problem with it is if it's a multiplayer online game and I'm playing it as a single-player game, then it's kind of terrible that you're making people charge. You're making people pay a subscription for that.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
I mean, I also love the fact that you can freaking that you can play with friends across servers now. Like, that's kind of amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, I still would pretty much want to set up shop on Dalaran.
Right.
But, like, a perfect example is I don't know what server Dusty plays on, but it doesn't fucking matter. As long as he's Horde, we can play together, and that's pretty cool.
Right.
Although that seemed to be a little glitchy when it came to actually being out in the world. But for dungeons, you can queue up just fine.
Yeah.
A few times we tried it in the world, and, like, we just couldn't see each other. We could see each other on the map, but not in the actual world.
Yeah. I don't think that's necessarily it being glitchy. I think it's just... it not... I don't know what to say, but it's just not doing what it was, I guess, what you might expect it to do. Not necessarily what it is, but...
Yeah, if you play on a PvP server, I'm sure there are people everywhere still. But,
yeah, maybe.
Fuck playing on a PvP server? Like...
Yeah.
You have to be a fucking masochist to do that. And I am not, so... I'd play on an RP server before a PvP server, seriously.
I don't think I'd bother playing on a PvP server at all.
And the fact that there are PvP RP servers, like, just hurts my head. Like, who would willingly go through both of those at the same time? God.
You RP yourself getting ganked, you know. And you actually then also get ganked.
This doesn't even sound fun because, like, you can't interact with the other faction in any way except killing each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that would be the fun.
Right.
Would be the potential of running across other people of the other faction and actually being, like, not killing each other.
No, we're talking about not even having to do with quests, Dusty. We're talking about, like, in Orgrimmar. And... yeah, we're talking about...
Oh, yeah, not phasing.
Not quest phasing.
Yeah, the one time we were in Orgrimmar and it was like...
Yeah.
Although there might be phasing in Orgrimmar a little bit. The other one I can think of is we were outside of Ice Crown, and there absolutely is phasing there, so that could explain that.
Yeah.
And then when we were in Dalaran, we could actually see each other. There's no phasing in Dalaran, so
right.
It depends on if there's any in Orgrimmar. But that was like just in the middle of Orgrimmar. It wasn't anywhere fancy.
No, it wasn't anywhere.
And
fancy.
If there's heavy phasing in Orgrimmar, then why the shit can you walk into the main building and have Vol'jin and Garrosh both standing there? Phase that shit out.
Yeah.
Forget what I went in there for.
Entrance to
Pandaria, I think. Yeah, and it was like, go talk to Garrosh, and I went in and talked to Garrosh, and Vol'jin was standing right there. I was like,
Hey.
It's not awkward at all.
No.
That's possible, though we could still see people on the map. It was wacky.
I want to say Stormwind does. I'm pretty sure when I was on my Alliance characters, I saw people.
Actually, yeah. When I was trying to get that goddamn guild charter signed, all I could find were people on other servers.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, that's true. You did see people on other servers.
Yeah, I couldn't find a single person from my server.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how I got that shit finished.
It was just the fact that the people that we teamed, the people that we teamed with on a different server weren't being pulled over, or we weren't being pulled over to them.
Yeah.
When you otherwise would think that's what would happen. Yeah.
I mean, there's an obvious reasoning behind why you don't see anyone in the world, and that's because everyone's off in their garrisons.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's off in their garrison. Like, really, once you get the garrison, there's no real big reason not to be there.
Yeah, once you have it souped up enough that, like...
once you even just get it, it's like, the first place that you're gonna... Like, unless you have to go sell or go to the bank before you add that...
Right.
Before you... Well, actually, no, sell you can do right there.
Yeah, the first thing I did was add the storehouse that I'd have a bank. Now, I don't have it upgraded yet so that I can do guild bank and all that stuff, but...
Right.
I was like, I already don't have to go back to Orgrimmar unless I need a guild bank or an auctioneer.
Or an auctioneer, yeah. So it's like the first button you should do is your Hearthstone for your, garrison. When you're coming back from gathering a bunch of shit. It's like, use that, that's got a 20-minute cooldown.
Yeah, I pretty much only went to Orgrimmar when I needed transportation to other areas.
Yeah.
Because I think the only thing your garrison's missing is you can't have, like, you know, a mage portal section that you can just take anywhere.
I think you can eventually have portals.
I don't know, I think I have, like, all of the buildings now.
Yeah, but there's those ogre portal...
Oh, I imagine those are only in Draenor.
I don't know.
That's just an assumption.
I don't know. I was kind of thinking there might be portals that you could take to major cities.
But you could probably just set your freaking Hearthstone to Dalaran still and just take portals wherever the hell you want it. Like, I don't know why we ever stopped setting our Hearthstones to Dalaran, because there's still a portal to, like, every major city and Shatrath.
Well, so. Dalaran's gonna be the major city again in Legion. So, it's coming back. Which is, at the same time, sucky that Shatrath had nothing to do with being a neutral city.
No, wasn't Shatrath a raid or something?
Yeah, it's like a questing zone, and like I think it's done. I don't know if it's done. Yeah, but yeah, yeah.
They keep teasing something with Sylvanas for this expansion, yeah.
For Legion?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is I'm kind of mixed on, because it's like I don't know, what does she have to do with anything, I guess?
She's really got nothing to do with Legion.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, she's pretty far disconnected from Legion, simply because...
Yeah, but she's on the main website. As, like, a major character.
Huh. I don't know.
Which is just very, like, what the hell does she have to do with anything?
Yeah, because she doesn't have to do anything. She has nothing to do with Illidan. At all. And then, like, her connection to the Burning Legion is Arthas through... her connection is through Arthas, through Ner'zhul, to the Burning Legion.
Yeah.
It's like, so... Yeah. Unless... Somehow,
I hope they don't do something stupid like kill her, because...
Yeah.
Like, they need to stop butchering their good characters.
Yeah. But yeah, unless...
And she's already pretty far gone from being a good character, since she's kind of fucking batshit insane now.
Well, that's the thing, is... like, only way that she has any connection now is if somebody from the Burning Legion somehow takes control of her because of her connection through Arthas and Ner'zhul, you know? It's like, that's the only thing I could think of, is somehow they have some control over her, you know? It's like, that's the only way I could see that at this point.
Sounds like what they're teasing is that she's
Because Vera Mothras, like, she wasn't friendly with the Burning Legion, you know? Because she turned Vera Mothras away from the Burning Legion, or so she thought, you know? So, it's not like she's been cooperating with them at all, you know?
It's probably going to be something completely unrelated, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
They keep teasing that, like, she's still dealing with the fact that her people are, like, fucking dying.
Yeah.
Because ever since Cataclysm, they've been going on through that about, like, the Forsaken can't procreate, so they're just, like, doomed to extinction in their current state.
Right. Well, yeah, especially with the Lich King out of the picture.
It would drive me crazy, like, being a writer for World of Warcraft, because it takes them years to get anywhere. Like, that kind of leads me to believe that they've been kind of setting that up ever since Wrath. And they're only just now getting to it. Like, as a writer, that would drive me freaking insane.
Right.
I think that's why so many things of World of Warcraft are, like, they come off as sloppy writing. Is because they probably have to change writers every, like, 2 or 3 expansions.
Yeah. That's true. Although even then, I'm pretty sure Chris Metzen still has, like, overall... he probably still has overall storyline, you know?
Probably.
On it. It's like, I wouldn't see why not. But at the same time, it's fucking Chris Metzen, and his story writing is pretty out there and kind of fucked up sometimes. In terms of, like, this doesn't make sense, Chris. You know?
Right.
It's like, what are you doing? You know, he's not the best storyteller.
Is he responsible for Warcraft 3 as well?
I think so. Yeah, he should be. Yeah.
Because, like, Warcraft 3's plot wasn't, like, completely insane.
No, I mean, he's done some good stuff, but then he's gotten worse over the years. Like, he's really big responsible for where StarCraft 2 went, and it's like, this has nothing, like, everything in StarCraft 2 has nothing to do with StarCraft 1. So, what did you do?
Right.
It's like, you retconned everything. Almost. In StarCraft.
I know people criticized him for Diablo 3 too, about how, like,
yeah,
you clearly have a thing for women getting corrupted. Because first Kerrigan, then Sylvanas, then almost Jaina, now what's her face?
Yeah.
New Diablo. Can't even fucking remember her name.
Leah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, the writing for Diablo 3 was pretty shit, honestly. I think that was actually what, like, believe it or not, it was that and not World of Warcraft that made me realize that their writing is terrible.
Really?
Diablo 3 was written so poorly. Like, I could not believe how badly written it was. Just won by 0.2%. Bitches! Yeah, between freaking Asmodan and Tyrael not having a goddamn clue about fucking anything. Like, at least the expansion was written a little better. A little.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, it was still very vague in the sense that, like, you don't know what Malthael's plan is until, like, the last chapter. But
Right.
at least he came off as, like, a conniving villain. Like, he came off as, like, knowing exactly what he was doing, and he was very careful about not letting you know what that was.
Sure.
Whereas Asmodan was just a bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
And Diablo wasn't much better. Diablo was definition.
Diablo was pretty.
Diablo was definition. Wait in my boss room patiently for you to get to me.
Yeah.
Like, he was so hands off. At least Malthael like kind of fucked with you along the way.
I mean, to be fair about Diablo, I mean, he did that in Diablo 1, and he, like, pretty much once he became Diablo again in Diablo 2, he did it in Diablo 2. You know?
Well, didn't you have to summon him in Diablo 2? Or something? I thought there was, like, this whole thing with, like, shrines or something you had to do to get him to come out.
I honestly forget, it's been so long.
But, like, he and Asmodan were just gonna sit in our rooms and wait for you to get here. Yeah. Asmodan was full of fucking excuses. He was... You'll never defeat my army. Oh, you defeated my army? Well, it doesn't matter. I just sent one of my lieutenants into your keep. Oh, you beat my lieutenant? Whatever. He was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, he was incompetent. But I have these wicked siege weapons. You're never going to do anything about that. You broke the fucking siege weapons? Whatever. My mistress will take care of you. You killed my mistress? Whatever. She was a bitch anyway. You'll never defeat me. What do you mean you're at my front door? That is all of Act 3.
Yeah.
In like 20 seconds. Like, there you go. That's the plot of Act 3.
Cow King for Heroes of the Storm confirmed.
Like, Belial was another one that at least he fucked with you the entire time.
That's true, he did.
Like, through all of Act 2, he was just fucking with you.
Yeah.
And at least he's the fucking, like, aspect of mischief, or whatever the fuck they call him. So...
What?
Yeah, I'm totally making that name up. Lord of Lies, I think, is what they actually call him. It's close enough.
Sure. Aspect of mischief.
But at least it, like...
What was that?
Like, you know, at least he, like, played his role.
Oh, no, yeah.
Asmodan was
Lord
just fucking...
Sin, so...
Yeah, Asmodan was just kind of whatever. How many sins are there? I mean, like, I guess you have... What's-her-face as Lust.
Yeah.
And, well, he's fat, so you have Gluttony. Like,
well, you have that from his...
Pretty much it.
One of his, minions, too.
Oh, from... Gom.
Gom.
What's his name?
Yeah. The Sploosh Yeah.
I'm doing a mix with the roller, mostly because my head isn't really in the game.
Yeah.
Having some good moments, some not. I just fell off. God damn it. I feel like the Cow King wouldn't even be interesting for heroes.
Cow King would not be interesting, no.
Because he's just a cow.
He's not even... Yeah.
Like in Diablo 2, he's just a cow. Like, he's not a character. In Diablo 3, he's a character, but he's still just a talking cow with a crown.
Easy, yeah.
And they fucked up the cow level in Diablo 3.
Ugh.
By one simple little thing that they missed.
Oh yeah?
The fact that they actually moo, instead of Diablo 2, where they just walk around going moo, 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 moo. It's like, that was way better.
Yeah.
Like, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
They just have regular ass moos in Diablo 3. I was like, that's a shame.
That's pretty fucked up, yeah.
Like, how do you miss that? To be fair, I was totally autopilot on that one, because fucking Bluefin.
There's so many characters from Diablo I'd rather see before.
Now, if they want to make a map that's like the cow level, that would be pretty amazing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, they could do that.
Yeah, we've done at least one stream where all we did was talk about all the different characters they could add into Heroes.
Well, yeah.
Like, we can completely stay away from World of Warcraft and still probably come up with dozens, if not more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Deckard would be stupid.
Yeah, people have mentioned it before as quite a possibility, but I see him more as a map character than a.
He'd be a joke character, is what he would be.
He'd have to be, really.
Unless they actually bring him back in a Diablo 3 expansion, which is like, I kind of expect them to do that.
I mean, technically, since he's made an appearance already, he's already been he's already been brought into the Nexus.
Yeah.
In a way. And
he's up there with the Cow King, where it's like, I can think of much better ideas.
Yeah. I mean, Deckard Cain's, a classic. But
you're already low on Diablo characters. Let's not waste time with joke characters.
Yeah.
Asmodan's enough of a joke. Oh!
Oh, shit.
Really? Gotcha! When you're standing on grading, you can't hide from the roller.
Like, yeah, I thought Ball was, kind of a shitty character, and then Asmodan came along.
Bell was pretty shitty too, yeah.
Yeah, but then Asmodan came along, and like, okay.
I don't even know what Bale's whole thing was. To be fair, I don't really know what Mephisto's deal was either, but
Mephisto's probably the one that's had the least development in the games at this point.
I could see that.
Which is why another expansion to Diablo 3 based around him would be cool. Something. Yeah. I honestly would not put it past Capcom to make the MOBA.
Yeah, there's something else they can not put Mega Man in.
No, they'd put Mega Man in it.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
He wasn't in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like,
they put him in.
We said the same thing in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Oh, Mega Man's gonna be in it. How can they not have Mega Man? Yup. Yup. I'm actually more shocked at the fact that Venom wasn't in it. I'm still regularly surprised that Venom wasn't in that game.
Yeah.
I don't think there were any Spider-Man villains in that game.
In Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty surprising.
I think Spider-Man was the only Spider-Man character in the game.
That's fairly surprising. Making me want to look that up.
I would actually see Capcom not making a MOBA though, because they don't support PC very strongly. They'd have to make it. They'd have to make it work on console, and I don't know if that's been done.
Yeah.
Either that, or they'd do it on mobile, which would be even worse.
Oh boy.
It's because it was a safer bet to make Street Fighter V than it was to make Capcom versus Capcom.
Yeah, like what?
Like, it's a good idea, but it's not a good bet.
No.
And Capcom is in a very delicate state of needing to make sure bets.
Yeah.
They keep having too many failures.
They really do, yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people expect Capcom to go the Konami route within the next couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually the thing about Konami, is that Konami up until a short while ago was like that. Like, people thought Konami was going to go the Capcom route, and then Konami just went like, boom, you know, just
exploded.
Yeah.
Well, pissing off Kojima wasn't a very good move.
Well, no, that wasn't a very good move in the first place. No.
That was probably what officially killed him.
Because Konami was already pretty far going down.
Yeah, that was probably about all they had.
Yeah, people just thought, oh, hey. I mean, there was things popping up in the future that were like, no, Konami's still gonna push it. You know, Konami's still gonna make it for a little while. You know.
Yeah, but then they canned Silent Hill.
Yeah. Well, that's because Kojima was already gone, basically.
That's true.
Was already known to be gone at that point. Although Kojima and Del Toro have both said that they want to work with each other, so people will see about that. It won't be, you know, like, yeah, like I'm expecting at some point to see the Metal Gear, and what's fucked up is that there doesn't even need to be one, because Metal Gear's basically over. Is that I expect to see a Metal Gear spiritual successor crop up. You know?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't even need one. Can we just say that it's finally concluded? You know?
I guess it depends on what he wants to do.
A few games ago, right?
Like, I would not expect him to try to do it, because he tried to get out of Metal Gear Solid years ago.
That's true.
So I imagine he wants to do something different.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, if he fails at that, he might go back to Metal Gear. He might pull an Inafune and go back to Metal Gear Solid.
Exactly, that's
pretty much what Inafune did. He tried to do some different shit, none of it worked, so he was like, let's just clone Mega Man really quick. And then delay the game 53 times.
Well, I mean, yes. Konami too, but Sega is bigger.
What?
He said Konami is that pachinko manufacturer. It's like, Sega's bigger, you know?
Except they haven't completely abandoned their video game front. They did for a while, but then they basically said, you know, we shouldn't have done that, and we're sorry.
Bigger in the pachinko than Konami is. And I mean, Konami hasn't even completely abandoned their video game stuff. They just are shifting their video games to mobile and shifting their IPs to pachinko machines. Yeah. Although, I mean, it's not like that Silent Hill pachinko machine was the first one. There's been other Silent Hill pachinko machines. Pretty sure there's been Metal Gear pachinko machines.
You know, I know I'm on autopilot here, but I was in dead last. Jesus.
Well, you were in dead last, but I mean, you still covered 650-ish from the look of the stream.
Like, how did we get crushed like that then?
I don't know.
Like, I know I'm on autopilot, but I feel like I'm still doing at least decently.
Yeah.
Though I really probably should stop, because my head is not in it at all.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking we should probably...
And I hit the point where I wanted to stop, like, quite a while ago, so...
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess... I would say for you to go ahead and finish it up tomorrow whenever you feel like doing it.
Right.
And then when I get up, if I feel like playing, maybe we'll try to stream again. Or maybe we'll stream Heroes or something instead, because we have Heroes to do.
Right. I guess I could see Fire and Ice being delayed if they are not yet fully confident in having met the standard that they want to meet for actually trying to please their Sonic fans. with it.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised by that delay at all.
Yeah.
Not like I was surprised about them.
I mean, it's
not like I was surprised about Mighty Number 9.
Yeah. Not surprised.
Like I was actually like, I don't know why I was surprised, but
by the way, is there actually any good Miiverse posts by Team Art?
I don't know.
I would kind of hope for some good Miiverse posts in terms of art.
I don't really see anything that's popping out to me.
Yeah, I wasn't really surprised when I got that update, when I got that Kickstarter update, and I was like, oh, Kickstarter 100th. I saw it on my phone first, and it was like, I saw, what did I say? I saw Kickstarter project update number 100, and so I didn't know, it didn't show me Mighty Number 9 on my phone, so I didn't know right away which one it was, although I assumed it was Mighty Number 9 at number 100. Because I didn't keep track of their updates, but I know they update enough. Compared to the others that... So...
Why did League of Legends send me a privacy policy update?
And then I read it today, and I'm like, oh, that's...
How do they have 100 project updates already when Shovel Knight only has 58? Like, what?
Yeah, Mighty Number 9 sends out a lot of updates. A lot of its filler updates, yeah. But it's like, yeah, regarding the Mighty Number 9 special demo delay. And it's like, oh, okay. Shouldn't be
Oh, so they delayed the demo because they wanted to make it DRM free without a time limitation.
Yeah, but at the same time...
Couldn't they have released it anyway and then updated it?
Could have released it anyways. And then been like, we'll also release the DRM-free version after the fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could have released it and then said, okay, guys, here it is. And then we're going to put out the DRM-free version in 3 weeks. You know? So if you were looking forward to the DRM-free version, it'll be coming out in 3 weeks. But if you want to go for it before that, here's the version itself. Here's the version on Steam. You know, there you go. You know, it's like they should have just done that.
I mean, really, they should have released the game months ago.
Yeah, but yeah, they should have.
I don't like the fact that they. I still don't believe that they actually delayed it because of online functionality. I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah.
Because it's completely unbelievable. Like, if you believe that, you are really friggin' naive.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got no problem with the president.
I don't really know anything about him. He was president of NOA for a while, wasn't he?
He was president of NOA. He was president of Pokemon USA.
Yeah, so he'll do Nintendo proud. I'm confident. He has experience. So.
And yeah, it's only a short time. As far as we know, at least. He might stay on after that, but you know, I think he'll do fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm not expecting any large name to step in as president, you know? I'm not expecting Miyamoto to become president. I'm not expecting Aonuma to become president. You know, I'm not expecting anybody like that.
Reggie!
You know? I'm not expecting Reggie to step in and become president. No. So it's like, yeah, I'm not expecting anything like that. You know, and I don't think anybody should be. You know.
So they didn't even give a date for a new date for the demo, did they?
No, they didn't. No. By the way, I did get a email from GameStop, and they've gone ahead and told me we apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused, and we will be happy to assist you with replacement or refund for your refund per your preference. Please reply to let us know which method you wish to pursue.
If you can get a replacement for the same price, then...
No, I mean, well, not even having to do with price, because replacement would just mean they'd just send me out, another one.
Right.
Refund would be I'd get the refund, then I'd have to go look to buy it,
Right.
So it's like, no, I'll just take the replacement, It's like, I'd just like to get the thing
just
that I
don't
ordered.
send it UPS.
Maybe just not send it UPS. Yeah.
I think the NX is coming next year, Dusty.
I'm pretty sure the NX is coming next year, Dusty.
That's the way it's looking.
I've actually adjusted my expectation on the NX, where I actually was expecting it in holiday 2016. I've been expecting it holiday 2016
for a while.
Since 2014.
I was naysaying it, and you were still saying, nope, it's coming 2016.
Yeah,
I was like, no, it's not coming that early.
And I was like, no, it's gotta be 2016. Yeah, actually, I think like since like the PS4 and Xbox One came out, I think I've been thinking Nintendo's next console, before we even had a name.
Yeah.
Nintendo's next console has to be 2016.
And I forget what it was that, like...
And I think...
something came out where they said...
it was holiday.
Something came out where they were talking about the NX, and it pretty much said that it will be out within, like, another year.
Yeah. It's actually the hardware. There's a company that has been pretty damn good at predicting, based upon when companies are moving, when it comes to what they're getting done. Yeah, they announced it because of that mobile deal.
Yeah, I think that is why they announced it.
Remember, by the end of, okay, so I used to think that it was holiday 2016, but now I've adjusted that to be like July 2016 because there's like I was saying, was that there's a company that knows that when it comes to manufacturing, the manufacturing process. Like, Nintendo's pretty much at the point where... No, I haven't seen the controller for it, actually. I didn't know we already had a...
Yeah, is that official, or...
Is that an official controller there, Lynn?
Or is that just people saying...
People assuming.
Like, leaked prototype, or...
Yeah, is it like the leaked, like, patent stuff? Well, not even leaked patent, because...
As long as it doesn't have a fucking screen in the middle, or...
No, yeah, I'm thinking...
Freaking touch screen on the back of it, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's PS Vita, but...
Well, yeah, I'm just listing off the gimmicks.
Yeah. I'm thinking July 2016, especially because I could see Zelda coming out July 2016.
See, I have a hard time seeing it as that close to E3. I definitely think it will be between E3 and the end of 2016.
I can see it maybe.
I have two big concerns. Three, kind of, but one's kind of the same as one. One is that if Zelda's going to be this late, they better release it on the NX as well. The same goes for Pikmin 4.
Yeah.
Because we now know that Pikmin 4 is pretty much done. Like, Miyamoto has said that Pikmin 4 is pretty much complete.
Yeah.
Which begs the question of what console it's coming on.
Right. But, Dusty, you also have to remember that third parties, like, have already spoken out a little bit about the NX and the stuff that, like, they're wanting to do on the NX. A little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And it's like in the sounds of, like, them actually kind of being like, that it's kind of coming out within a year. Like, this is September now, so yeah, I'd probably say within a year.
Although I really don't I don't take anything third parties say seriously. Because they were 100% behind the GameCube, 100% behind the Wii, 100% behind the 3DS, 100% behind the Wii U, and now look where we are.
But also, that's true, but also at the same time, it shows the fact that Nintendo has a working enough
Yeah, they're shopping it around.
Nintendo's far enough along in development that they are, completely showing it off.
Yeah,
to develop.
They're definitely shopping it around, which is of no surprise because
they're getting developers. Probably developers are already starting to develop for it.
Because they did that. They did that for the Wii. They did that for the Wii U. They did that for the 3DS.
Yeah.
Because if you remember when they announce these things, they typically have...
It just makes sense.
They typically have a thing at E3 along with the announcement that's basically like just a video of a bunch of developers saying like what they like about the... Yeah. Like what potential they see in it.
Right.
My other big concern with it, and we've talked about this a lot, is this thing needs to ship without a gimmick.
Right.
They need to not have a gimmicky controller.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
It just needs to be a game console.
Okay, yeah, there's apparently a patent. It's saying, is this the Nintendo NX controller?
Oh, yeah, I did see the patent. I didn't look at it that closely, though, because Nintendo's been filing a lot of patents lately, so I'm not really looking into it.
What the hell? It looks like the Wii U touchscreen controller, but with only 2 face buttons instead of 4. Interesting part is that it appears to have 2 scrollable shoulder buttons. I mean, that could just be a mini version of the Wii U gamepad that they'll make available for people to buy in order to use it with Wii U games on the NX, so that they don't have to buy a Wii U to get the fucking controller. You know what I mean? That could easily just end up being a...
It could be literally anything. Keep in mind that they put in patents for VR units too.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Well, I mean, it does look extremely like the Wii U gamepad.
I mean, on one hand, they filed a patent for 3D screens on a portable device, and everyone was saying the same thing about, that could mean anything, and that turned out to be something.
Sure.
Like, that's why I do kind of, like...
Right.
I peer at patents to be like what is this exactly? See what I'm looking at. I typically don't take them too seriously.
Yeah. When it comes to it being mid 2016 for the release, is that they're starting production now. Like, they're starting, like, the rumors are that by the companies that know their shit when it comes to, hardware development for these things. Nintendo's starting production in October of 2015. So, like, basically NX is finished at this point. If they're starting production in October, NX is basically finished.
Yeah, they have stuff like the firmware and stuff probably well along.
Yeah.
They're probably already porting Wii U games over just to, figure out what they're going to do for some sort of release. I guess that's another concern, but that kind of goes along with Zelda and Pikmin, is that, like, this thing needs a launch library. Like, let's not pull this shit that we did with the 3DS and the Wii U, where there were no games for months after launch. Yeah. Like, let's cut the crap.
Dusty, actually, I totally agree with you there that, like, they shouldn't push to another Smash so soon. In fact, I think that if they do it right, like, NX's thing needs to be NFC and like, work off of what you already have for fucking Smash 4, and it's new enough that they honestly may not need to make another Smash until the end of NX's life cycle.
If that.
If even. Yeah, they might not even have to.
I think they should have they should have an NFC port right on the top of the console. Not even on the controller itself. Put it right smack on the top of the console.
Right. Well, they could actually put it on the controller itself if they put it in the back of the controller. Like if it's the Wii U Pro controller, if you have the NFC right on the back, no big deal.
I'd put it right on the console.
I could see that too. Yeah.
That just seems to make sense to me.
But I mean, for example, my phone has an NFC. Like, an NFC does not take up that much space.
Yeah.
So, like, they could easily just put it on the back.
Hell, put it on both.
Yeah.
Like, put it on the controllers and on the console.
Yeah. It's like it's not something expensive, so it's like I'm just when it comes to controller Lin, I hope that the controller that ships with the console is just like the Wii U gamepad. Is just like the Wii U Pro.
Yeah, they need to ship it with just
need to ship it with the Wii U Pro,
an actual like gamepad.
Yeah,
like an actual game controller. They need to not they like
and
I'm all for them being innovative, but it's time to cut the shit. And
right. And the thing is, I think that patent that is a touch screen that it basically looks like a thin Wii U tablet, and it has 2 buttons, which is perfectly fine considering most games fucking just require the 2 buttons anyways. You know, most games on the fucking Wii U only use the 2 buttons. So it's like, I think it'll be a thin, sellable version that they'll be able to sell separately, which will work with the Wii U and the NX.
Well, we're pretty sure that there's going to be a home console NX and a portable NX.
That's true.
So that could be what it is.
It could be, but I kind of want to hope that they go away, that they don't go back to. I kind of hope that they kind of stick with their DS sort of, clamshell sort of style, if they can in some way or another, rather than an open face, especially with how sensitive it was on the Wii U gamepad, because like I got a nick in it and it's dead.
That's true.
It was dead.
Yeah, it happened to quote too, so that's not even a rare.
Yeah. So it's like I would kind of hope that for a portable, they don't go back to an open face, Which many unless they go with a really fucking unless they go with a way better screen, Well, yeah, Dusty, duh. We meant, a gimmick innovation with the console.
Yeah, they need to, like... they can't have some innovation that people are just going to raise their eyebrow at. Like,
yeah, that's why it needs to ship with a basic-ass controller.
Yeah.
Because that way, people can't go and be like, I kind of like to play my Nintendo NX, but, that controller is a bitch to deal with,
Not even that.
Even if they
it's the same thing as the Wii U and the Xbox One, where they shipped it with hardware that people didn't want.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
People weren't willing to say... Like, what they expected us to say is, okay, we trust you, we'll buy it anyway, and you'll make it worth it. The problem is I feel like they didn't make the gamepad worth it. It was like
no, they didn't.
Like even I would argue Splatoon is the first game that really makes good use of it, and look how many years after release it was.
Yeah.
The Kinect wasn't worth it at all, and that was the same thing. People didn't buy the Xbox One because they didn't want the freaking Kinect.
I have to slightly disagree about Splatoon being the first game, but only because Fatal Frame 5 came out in Japan a year and a half ago. So that actually came out first, but it was only in Japan.
Well, even when it comes out here, I don't think it's going to be as widely known as Splatoon came to be.
Right, but I mean in terms of effectively using the gamepad in an actual game. I mean, because technically the Wii U Fit also uses the gamepad pretty well, and so would, like WarioWare, but and probably Nintendo Land, but even then they're not like full out games.
Yeah, a lot of full games either
Fatal Frame
had like negligible design, like 3D World, where
right
every now and then you had to pick it up for the occasional Captain Toad level or stupid level with propeller platforms that you had to blow on.
Yep.
Donkey Kong Country turned the goddamn thing off. You didn't need it at all for Donkey Kong Country.
You had to tap the platforms.
Mario Kart is pretty much just fucking a second screen, like it was on 3DS. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing interesting to that. It was just simulating what already worked on the DS.
Pretty sure we'll be able to play Wii U on NX. I don't think that's a worry.
Yeah, that's not even something to concern yourself with. Yeah. Nintendo realizes how valuable backwards compatibility is.
Especially when it comes to thanking people who fucking bought their Wii U. I don't think they're gonna throw shit. Especially because, they want Smash to continue being successful. And they want to move on to the NX. So you need to make Smash 4 be successful on the NX. You know? Which is why I don't think they'll make a Smash 5, right out the gate or anything. No.
I mean, there were all those rumors about them hiring for a Smash 5, but I think we can say with certainty now that that's just the DLC.
Probably, yeah. And that's the thing, there's so much DLC available that they can easily make available. They can put that effort into DLC for Smash 4 and not make a new one when there's no big reason to make a new one just yet. You know what I mean?
It's not like the game is suffering because of the Wii U's clear lack of power that everyone insists it has.
Yeah, there's no jump. But there's no big jump that's going to happen between the Wii U and the NX. The NX is just going to be more powerful and can handle shit better. Because the Wii U Smash is already good enough. There's no big jump between it. You go between 64 Smash and GameCube Smash, you have a pretty decently big difference there in terms of graphical.
Yeah, even GameCube and Brawl was quite a jump.
GameCube and Brawl was
I feel like Brawl to 4, most of the jump was in scenery. The background graphics are a lot more advanced now, whereas in Brawl they weren't very advanced at all.
That's true. Yeah.
Same with Melee, where they're just the backgrounds were really primitive.
Yeah, that's the thing is at this time I see nowhere for them to go with the Smash 5. You know. Well, yeah, that would be perfectly fine. That would make plenty of sense, actually, Dusty. I mean, you know.
But didn't they do that already with Mario Kart too? Or did that new bundle they announced not come with the DLC? It was just advertising the DLC.
I do not have a clue.
They had a new Mario Kart bundle, and right on the front of the box, there was advertisement for all the DLC, and I'm not sure if it came with it or if it was just saying, by the way, you can give us even more money by going onto the eShop.
Nice. No, yeah, the DLC was included, yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could see them doing that for Smash.
Yeah, I can see them doing it for Smash. I could see them doing it. Well, I was gonna say I could see them doing it with Hyrule Warriors, but they're already doing that with 3DS Hyrule Warriors. Really? That is what it is on the 3DS. In fact.
Hmm. So how does Disney Infinity work? Do you have to buy a new game each time? Is Infinity 3.0 a completely different game?
Pretty sure, yes.
And is it like Skylanders, where it's incompatible with all the previous versions, or did they make sure not to make that mistake?
I actually think Disney Infinity is compatible.
That's good.
Not 100% certain.
I remember when
I want to assume that was you, because I don't know who else I would have been talking to about it.
Yeah,
that clued me in that Skylanders are all incompatible with future versions, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, I never even imagined that was the case, because it's so idiotic.
The only way that I could see Disney Infinity not being compatible with the further ones is that I know that Disney Infinity basically does their like play sets sort of thing, where like they have a theme with it, where like they have like Marvel, and it's like that's where all the Marvel characters are, and it's like I don't know if you can take those and play them in non-Marvel, and like Disney Infinity 3 is Star Wars, for example. And I don't know if you can take your Marvel and use them in that or not at all. I don't think that you can, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe
I
you
have
actually
no idea.
can. I
have to say,
no
too, when my friends were here earlier, I looked up some cinematic from World of Warcraft. It was the cinematic where Thrall kills Garrosh.
Right.
And, we wound up like watching a few different cinematics. Every single one had a goddamn ad at the beginning for Star Wars. I am so sick of Star Wars already, and the movie's not even out for 3 more months.
Yeah.
Like, it is just freaking everywhere. I am so tired of it already.
Yeah. I'm not very big on their idea to sell all the merchandise 3 months ahead of the time the fucking movie comes out.
Yeah, I heard they like spoiled some parts of the movie doing that or some shit.
Apparently they did, yeah.
It's like,
Apparently
nice, good work.
I have no idea what, because I didn't look into anything. But
yeah, exactly. I don't care that much. I certainly will not be going to theaters to see that one, unless I have friends that are like dying to go see it, but I don't think they're going to.
Does Midori have Super Mario Maker, or is that just coincidence? I saw a stage by Midori pop up on the Super Mario Maker thing on your thing.
I would assume they do.
Yeah.
Loves the hell out of 2D Mario, that one.
Yeah.
So I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Star Wars 7's probably actually going to be good, sure, but you know, I'll see it.
Yeah, I'll see it eventually. I'm not going to avoid it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll see it, but I'm not gonna be all super, you know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be there opening night or anything.
No. And then I know that they're going all out with it, so it's like it's gonna be, you know.
And it's not even a case of like.
It's gonna be a Star Wars movie like every year coming.
It's not even a case of like, oh, I'll see how the reviews are. Like, no, I don't care how the review. No. I hope it does well. But even if people say it's like the best Star Wars movie ever, I'm not gonna rush out and see it because I'm gonna know that they're freaking exaggerating.
Yeah, just get around to it as you get around to it. Yeah, same. Yeah.
The only one I will take seriously is if I know somebody that is like very hesitant on it and they say it's very good, then I'll be like, okay, I should probably see this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how Bill feels about it, but but typically if he recommends something to me, I know that it's got to be pretty good. So if he recommends it to me, I would probably be like, okay, I need to go see that.
Yeah.
Alright, we should probably cut before I say fuck it and boot up Plague of Shadows.
Yeah, it's already later than I wanted it to be. Yeah.
I am not entirely sure what will be happening tomorrow.
Not sure just yet.
If I had to guess, I'm going to get up and not feel like playing, so...